in this area.
Get bent.
No blood moon visible for us today. Supposed to see it right before the show starts. You can see this cool blood moon. Nah. Here's a haze of crap and spit rain for you. Enjoy it.
So. Well, yeah, it is a mess out there. I talked to our guy at KMBZ this morning. I go, what's the weather looking like? When are we going to see sun? He said probably early April is what he said. We will be able to see the sun again, obviously in jest. I think we just get through this week. I think Thursday is going to be a nice day, and then we're going to have some weather over the weekend. But I think once we get through this week, it looks, on the extended forecast, it looks really nice. Once we get through these couple of days. But thanks to my friend Vip for sending the pictures of the blood moon this morning from his house in Las Vegas so we could see what it looked like. It was pretty awesome looking out there.
Sure
I wish we could have seen it here in Kansas City, but obviously the weather has socked us in. This is like the stuff that bothers me with weather, Dusty. Like we go December, it's in the 60s, February, it's in the 60s, and then we get to March and we're ready for spring. And then we get winter weather. We get this kind of stuff. So we'll all get through it together, man. We'll keep it positive. We'll keep it fun. We'll get everybody through this muck of a Tuesday.
I just really wanted to see the blood moon, and I don't know when the next one will be. Probably when I'm dead. Morbid way to start. But another thing that will die today is the franchise tag. Deadline day is today. Here in the next few hours, I believe, right?
Like sometime this afternoon, probably.
Yeah, so we'll find out officially who all is franchise tag or tenured tag, that is, per se. So big day as the NFL season continues to roll on in the what we call the off season. And then next week is legal tampering and free agency, and then you get to find out what everybody actually is going to do, and then the draft kind of figures itself out. At least in my opinion, that seems to be the way it kind of works. Because if you say the Chiefs are looking at running back and then all of a sudden you look at the free agency and here comes said name, you're like, all right, maybe they're not going to go running back. Now that they have that need, what are they going to address now? Well, they need defense and they need a wide receiver. Oh, they've got now a wide receiver in free. Okay, they're definitely going defensive line the entire draft. Tight end, pick 9.
No,
I don't know.
Fullback at number 9.
But no, that is the fun part about the season is this. You talk about you got to get to next week for the weather. You got to get to next week for like the weather to really get stormy in the NFL.
Yeah, it really will. And today's going to be interesting. And I'm going to ask you guys. There are like 4 big names I think that are going to be on the kind of the block today when it comes to the franchise tag that people are kind of following and looking at. And I'll ask you guys: would you or wouldn't you franchise this player? The first guy on the list, Daniel Jones. His franchise tag is $43.9 million. If you're the Indianapolis Colts, are you franchising him today, or are you letting him reach that free agency period? You could give him the transition tag at 37.8, but nobody does that with a quarterback usually. What are you guys doing with Daniel Jones if you're the Indianapolis Colts?
Franchise tag.
Franchise tag him? Just one more year of Daniel Jones? What are you doing, Mac?
Really, I'm going to try and get a 3-year deal with him. If I can try and do like 3-year for 80, and that's what, 25-ish over the, so I'm going to spend, and I'm not going to probably have him for that 3rd year because I'll have it where I can cut him. So I'll spend the same for 2 years that I can get him for 1, hopefully, is my thing. And Daniel Jones, now I got long-term financial stability.
Right.
So that's what I would try and do, get a 3-year deal with him.
I think, if you're Daniel Jones, he's bargaining hard right now from what I understand, which is good. He should. He's kind of in the driver's seat for the first time in his career. And when you look at the crop of free agent quarterbacks, Daniel Jones is right there at the top. But I think with the 2-year deal, I would imagine if I was one of these folks, like if the guaranteed money in the franchise is 43.9, I got to get at least that guaranteed money, right? Isn't that kind of the way that it works in the NFL? So you're going to have to guarantee Daniel Jones basically $25 million a year, for lack of a better comp, to get him to sign an extended deal other than just the franchise tag. So they're working on that up to the 3:00 deadline or whatever it is today. What about Alec Pierce? Same team, franchise tag, $27.3 million for a wide receiver.
What's his age? Is he...
Yeah, what is this?
I
27,
20?
I thought he was 27 the last I looked, unless he changed his age over the last year or so, or last couple of months or so.
I guess the reason why I would franchise tag Daniel Jones is I don't want to have a second-year option when I don't know if last year was a contract year. Plus, he had the leg injury on both legs. Yeah. So both legs were kind of messed up last year. And I think I'd rather just bite it and gamble. And if he is really good in that year, then it's like, okay, we got the last, drop of juice of squeeze from the Daniel Jones fruit. Now it's like, okay, well, if he does not do well next year, you're like, well, we gave him the franchise tag. Maybe we can lean on Jonathan Taylor a little bit more. And then we definitely can move on in the second year instead of having that conversation in another year, being like, man, Daniel Jones is back. We can't cut him this year, but we got to cut him the year after.
Mm-hmm.
We missed the boat, yada, yada, yada. And if he is great next year, then it's like, all right, we got 2 great years out of Daniel Jones. We definitely won the house money on this.
Hell yeah.
And now we don't have to sign him even more money to let him go be somebody, for another team a year older. So I think that's where my mindset is on Daniel Jones. As for Alec Pierce,
because it's the same team, you only get one of these tags.
Yeah.
Right?
As for Alec Pierce,
He's
unfortunately,
25.
yeah, I would probably let him test the market because the Colts do have money, I believe, to spend, so they could still offer him a contract and let him go to free agency, and then kind of see where other teams want. And then if somebody wants to overbid for him, you still have Ty Warren on that team, Jonathan Taylor on that team, Michael Pittman Jr. on that team.
A lot of good weapons, yeah.
So, yes, he is, and what was a really good weapon for Riley Leonard, but Riley Leonard, in my scenario, is not my quarterback next year.
Okay, what about Breece Hall? What are you going to do with him? Franchise 14.3, transition 11.3. The word yesterday was that they were going to transition tag Breece Hall. If they do that, that's great news for us.
Yeah, I'd have to say, am I drafting Jeremiah Love?
Yeah, that's true. That's a great point.
So
yeah.
if I'm drafting Jeremiah Love, the answer to that is no. If I'm drafting, if I'm going to get a quarterback that's going to be a bridge quarterback for the next 2 years, say it's Kirk Cousins. I don't think it is going to be that. The Jets will somehow screw this up. But if you are going to go get somebody to be a bridge quarterback, then maybe you're going to build your franchise around Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, and then in 2 years you bring in said name that's in the draft, in the next draft, which is massive, and then you start building your team that way. But if your now intentions are taking Jeremiah Love and then you pair him with a rookie quarterback next year, which is, again, we're having the Jets be intelligent when it comes to running their franchise,
right?
Then yes. But I don't think you franchise Breece Hall, because if you're going, to me, maybe Matt can piggyback off this. If you're going to franchise tag him, you might as well just give him the contract.
Yeah. But he doesn't want the contract, though. That's the problem with Breece
Well,
Hall.
the numbers aren't on it yet.
Yeah, well,
Myles Garrett didn't want the contract either.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
A lot of players don't. And then all of a sudden, boom, you see those zeros and guarantees, and you're like, well, I can't stay in Upper Manhattan and, whatever, play football, but who knows?
But also, too, with the Jets, they signed their guys last year. Sauce Gardner, they gave that big contract to, and they traded him right away. And so Breece Hall may be thinking, I don't know, with this organization, where they're going, what they're going to do. So that's the interesting one to watch today. The final one is Jalen Hawkins, the safety from the Patriots, $20.15 million for the franchise
they're not
tag
doing that.
for a safety, guys. A safety at $20.5 million for 1 year.
That's
not going to do it.
I mean, that thing, that's a massive number for that safety position now.
Read my lips. Yeah. Not going to do it.
No, that's not happening. That's not happening.
He can't do that one.
With the Breece Hall thing, I already would have traded him.
Yeah.
Because I would just be looking down the line, okay, this is a guy who's not happy. Okay, looking at my team in the future, okay, we're not ready to win in any capacity for the near future, 2 or 3 years. That's Breece Hall's timeline, right?
Yeah.
That is his lifespan.
Well, it's a running back. Yeah,
he's got 3 more years on top of this at best. He's already 25 years old. If he had 5 or 6, he'd really be up in the upper echelon as far as lifespans for running backs, right? So, and he's unhappy and he doesn't want to be here. So I'm going to get what I can for him now. If they could have gotten a 4th-round pick, which apparently, reports are they could have from Kansas City last year,
right?
They should have taken that. Yeah, they absolutely already should have traded him. So no, I'm letting him walk.
Yeah, because now they may be left with absolutely nothing for Breece Hall. Like they may allow him to go and get absolutely nothing in return. And if he really is that big of I don't want to use the term a malcontent, but somebody that's upset with that situation, you're an organization that needs to cleanse itself. You need everybody in that organization, if you're the Jets or any organization, quite honestly, that you need everybody on board 100%. You can't have people with one leg in and one leg out, or I may not, I don't really feel this way. Like, these guys have got to buy in, and I know it's hard to buy in if you're a member of the Jets right now, with no quarterback and everything like that, but you've got to have everybody that is bought in. And I think if you're starting a new program, and not starting, but you've got this new program going on in New York, you've got to have guys that are 100% bought in. And if Breece Hall isn't bought into this, then you're probably better off overall as an organization allowing him to move on. You'll take these hits right away. Your fans will be pissed off, pissed, maybe not fully pissed, but they will be to that level of anger. But you have to show them that you're going to move forward and do what's best for the overall organization, and keeping a running back around probably isn't the best situation for the Jets.
And when it comes to the Colts and Alec Pierce, some things that I've been hearing around the league, around people that I listen to that are in the know around the league, is Michael Pittman's probably going to be cut by the Indianapolis Colts.
Wow,
So,
okay.
So that is a possible addition here, thinking about in Kansas City needing wide receivers.
Yeah.
Does he make me ooh and ah? No, but he's a solid, consistent piece that can get open, and he's a veteran wide receiver. That's someone that I would look at in Kansas City as adding as a good piece.
They added Juju in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
They added MVS free agency, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then before that, was it Macklin?
Yeah, Macklin was Watkins free agency.
Yeah. Sammy Watkins was a free agent.
So they've done this before,
Yeah.
where they've gotten the savvy vet in free agency. Is if you always go back and try to revisit Chiefs history to kind of give you what the present looks like. I mean, that's where they've gotten veteran people before in free agency in that position is wide receiver.
Yeah,
and they've done it with Watkins. They've done it with Juju. MVS didn't really work out the way I think that they imagined it would work out. And
even
Macklin.
Justin Watson,
yeah.
Free agent, too.
Tyquan Thornton, free agent,
Yeah.
A lot of these guys. I mean, the wide receiver room guys, we'll get into it as the morning rolls along with all the stuff that's going on out there. But that wide receiver room may be the biggest need for the Chiefs.
Stinky.
I mean, it's getting I don't even know if Rashee Rice is part of this thing anymore at this point in time.
Probably shouldn't be. But what will be part of this show coming up next is some promotions from the World Baseball Classic because the Captain of America team, boy, he'll make you want to run through a wall.
Hello, America.
Or not. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Bob Fesco.
Out of anybody should talk, he should never grab a microphone.
And Dusty Likens.
His ass is foul of all foul.
Weekdays, 6 to 10. Fesco and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're waking up this morning and you want hot water in your shower, right? But you know what? Your kids, your wife, everybody else has already taken a shower before you, and now you've got to wait. And now your day is delayed, and you're thinking, why can't I get up earlier? Well, you don't have to get up earlier if you have a State water heater, because with a State water heater, you will always have hot water. That's exactly right. That sounds awesome, doesn't it? So upgrade to a State water heater, a new high-efficiency Adapt gas tankless water heater with X3 scale prevention technology from State can provide plenty of hot water as well as great energy savings for you and your families. Our Adapt models with X3 provide years of trouble-free hot water without the worry of annual maintenance that's required from other tankless models. And these water heaters may also qualify for rebates from your local utility company. So don't miss the chance to put real dough back into your pocket. Act now and have your plumber visit their local Reeves Weideman store. They can do that in person or at rwco.com. Or just check them out at statewaterheaters.com to learn more.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There's nothing like the sound of Royals baseball. When the boys in blue take the field, loyal fans tune in, turn it up, and stay connected. And where do Kansas City's most passionate sports fans gather? Right here on 96.5 The Fan. Sports fans are loyal fans. They support the teams they love and the businesses that support their team. If you're ready to grow your business and connect with a dedicated, engaged audience, call 816-522-0444 or email greg.bergen@odyssey.com. That's greg.bergen@odyssey.com.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-284-1238. 800-284-1238. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-284-1238.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Looking for the best deal on TRT? Don't pay hundreds of dollars out of pocket or settle for a one-size-fits-all dose from your doctor just because they take your insurance. At Synergen X and Low T Center, you get powerful TRT dose for your body and covered by your insurance. Synergen X and Low T Center work with most insurance plans and customize each TRT for maximum effectiveness and safety. And this February, we're offering free testosterone test and discounted peptides and GLP-1s to make getting your life back as easy as possible. Don't miss this opportunity. Go to SynergenX or lowtcenter.com and book today.
My friends at Smokehouse Barbecue have 2 new items that you need to try. First, meet the Pickle Jack Sandwich. We're taking tender smoked ham and melted pepper jack cheese, piled high with our signature pickle fries. It's crunchy, spicy, and smoky as well. And if you need to warm up, how about some Smokehouse chili? It's not your average recipe. It's loaded with our famous chopped burnt ends and savory sausage. And don't forget carryout, which you can order at SmokehouseBBQ.com. Visit Smokehouse Barbecue in Independence, Zona Rosa, and Gladstone. It's Smokehouse Barbecue.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow Service. Be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow on the Missouri side, inbound I-29 from 435 into downtown. About 15 minutes. Checking 435. You're moving at posted speeds or better all around the metro. Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? Call Jay's Southland Tow Service 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all, so be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Back at it here on 96.5 The Fan. You're home for Kansas City sports. Vip, I appreciate the double flex. Not only the blood moon, but that stupid palm tree.
Yeah, the palm tree looked good, didn't it?
It sure did, Vip. It sure did. Good dude, that Vip guy.
One of the best.
Got
Great
me
guy.
absolutely tanked the Friday of the Super Bowl weekend.
He got you absolutely tagged.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's
It is
doing-
all Vip's fault. I will tell you this. I've known Vip now.
Well, you were out glazing bunk.
Yeah.
And Vip's like, I don't know who the hell he's talking to. Here's another one. All right.
Yeah. It was bunk.
Yeah.
It's still one of the great moments of
You're
all time.
Bob Fesco. You're bunk.
It was unbelievable. It was like that Spider-Man meme because his wife is from Kansas City, so they live here a lot. They listen to the show. His wife was more excited to meet me, I think, than I was to meet him. And it was just an unbelievable kind of like moment on the streets of New Orleans. And Vip, like I said, I've known him since 2007 when we moved to St. Louis for 3 years. He was in charge of the KU Alumni Association over there, so we met through that and become friends ever since, and everything. I mean, we've done everything together for the last 20 years or so. And so, he got dusty drunk in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
I could say that
Him and
about
Aussie.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Aussie had me take a picture of the referees. Like tattoos on their cheeks.
But
how's this one, mate? She did the trick.
Yes,
I guess so.
Sure,
Yep.
sure,
Take a picture.
Aussie. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I can attest to that. Vip has gotten me drunk on many occasions as well.
He's a great influence.
He really is. I've told people that our greatest day was getting drunk on a Sunday and then sneaking into the Cardinal game with Hope Solo. That ended up being like the greatest day that we ever had. It was one of those surreal days.
She's
you know?
a strong woman.
Very strong. Yes, very strong. She ripped the gate open and just let us through.
I mean, didn't she like beat her husband's
Yes,
ass?
yes, she did. Yes, this was before that happened, Dusty.
But you were hanging out there in her prime.
Well, yeah, she was playing on that St. Louis soccer team before whatever league this is now. The league before that, before the league that the Current's in. So she was over there playing, and we were just sitting at the same, on a street, outside drinking. She was at the next table. There was nobody else there. We just started talking. You want to go to the Cardinal game? Sure, let's go. Anybody got tickets? Nah, we'll just sneak in. Boy, did we! Yeah.
Do you know who I am?
I am Hope Solo.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would get you in that time. Maybe not in a few years later.
Yeah, probably not.
So the World Baseball Classic is looming, and I guess there's a new series coming.
Oh. Hey, MLB. Welcome back, but this time to my friend's crib. Hey, Bob.
So Vinny and Bobby are going to be roommates. Is that what we're doing here? We're doing a series on this?
I guess so. I don't know.
Looks like they did this last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, it says February 7th, 2025. Stay tuned. And then the next one is like from yesterday.
Yeah.
It's
here we are
finally
again.
happening.
Roommates.
Bobby and Vinny, and he says, "Hey, Pop."
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Bob.
Bob. So am I rooming with him?
Yeah, I think so.
You
Yeah.
and Vinny? Who would know more about New York trivia? You or Pasquantino?
Oh, he would definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not good at trivia. It's funny you bring that up because there's a guy at the J, Ron. He asks me like trivia questions all the time, right? Baseball stuff. I've never been good at trivia. It's just never been something for me. He asked me one yesterday. See if you can get it real fast. 7 ways to get on first base.
Oh. Hit by pitch.
Right.
Intentional walk. 4-pitch walk. Base hit. That's 4. Does a home run count?
No, hit. Yeah,
Okay, hit.
Yeah.
Strikeout, but the catcher doesn't get it. You run to first.
Right.
Ground out. The guy throws it past first. Is that the same? Pass ball?
Error.
Error?
Yeah,
So there's an error catcher, error fielder count?
No, the drop third strike is different from an error.
So I got 6.
I think intentional and regular walk are combined into one thing.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
That's 2 different stats,
Yeah,
though.
that's 2.
Yeah.
So there's 8.
Yeah, it should be 8.
I mean, if you want to go that way.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, there's intentionally getting walked, and then there's a 4-pitch walk where you're not intentionally getting walked. Right? Am I wrong with that stat?
No,
It's like
I dub. Yeah, absolutely.
IW, baby. Yeah, because a bunt single would be
This is
considered
single.
a
It's a
hit.
Yeah.
I don't know what are the other ones.
Catcher's interference is the one that nobody gets. Yeah. Catcher's interference. Fielder's choice, catcher's interference, drop third strike. Hit, walk, error, and maybe it is an intentional walk as the 7th one.
Walk.
Yeah.
That
Did
would
I
make
say
sense.
fielder's choice in there?
Who knows?
Yeah, but either way, the catcher's interference is the one that nobody gets, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right, catcher's interference.
Well, I wish
on that one, so.
Team USA's catcher would have interfered with Aaron Judge yesterday because I don't know how in the world you get excited to play as this guy with your captain.
Sacrificing for your family at home, you're sacrificing for your country, and you're sacrificing for the brothers in the trenches with you every single day. And that's one thing I want us to do, fellas. We're down, we're beat up a little bit, man. Bleed into each other, man. We're going to lay it all on the line. If we do that, we're bringing the goal home, man. I'm telling you.
Is that some sort of like inside the locker room type like audio? I mean, where was he? Was he addressing the team in a John?
No, it's just the audio we got, but he's addressing the team. It seems like in like an office area, not a locker room. And I guess I could be considered Richard because he says some good stuff there, but it's just like the way he delivers it. It's just like, hey guys, today's show is gonna be really great. We're gonna talk about college basketball and baseball and free agency. Oh, and the deadline for the salary or for the franchise tag is today.
Yeah, but what baseball player? I mean, like Bobby wouldn't be any different than what Aaron Judge was, right? These guys are great at what they do, but their personalities don't lend to their greatness on the field for a lot of people, and that's fine. But I mean, Aaron Judge is the captain of that team. I guess I don't know what we would have liked to have seen. Screaming, yelling, rah rah. I would like to have Vinny give that speech. I think that would have been a lot of fun, But he's on Team Italy, so maybe he's giving the speech to the Italians over there and telling them how to go out there and win and get ready for this fight. But I think it's going to be good, man. Like, these guys seemingly want to win this thing. I was watching a little bit with Judge on McAfee yesterday, and he was talking about the hockey game and everybody kind of exchanging text of what went on with Jack Hughes and winning the gold medal, and they're like, we're next, let's do this. And they're the big favorite. I saw 57% favorite to win this thing. And so Team Japan coming in at number 2, I believe, at 20-some% favored to win this thing. But the Americans are the big favorite in this. And you want to keep this ball rolling, from the women to the men to Team USA, rolling into the World Cup, like 250th anniversary of our country. Go win that baseball classic. And I think these guys do. I think they're taking it more serious now than they ever have before.
This was Aaron Judge on the Pat McAfee show.
With what just happened with the hockey teams, how does that kind of change? Did you and the boys are obviously on a group text, I assume.
Yeah.
You're watching both the women and the men just pond Canada. Pond Canada.
Into submission.
It's our sport now. Now, granted, Japan was saying the same thing to us a couple years ago about this particular sport, so we didn't love that. We had to get pretty quiet quickly. But whenever that happens, what is the group text amongst you and the rest of the boys for Team USA here?
Oh, boys were fired up. Hughes, man, we said so many pictures of Hughes in the group text. It was
How about
great.
that beer gift from Quinn? I assume you got it. Yeah.
It was great. It's kind of cool. Like, it's just going to snowball into this. Like, just the excitement we had with I was with the Yankees, and then in the group text, just the boys were pumped up, and also now it's like WBC, get a chance to throw on the red, white, and blue, and like copy what they did, man. That was a special run. That was fun to watch on both sides, men and women. That was a blast.
And we're going to watch you guys do the same damn thing with what.
So hopefully the momentum carries over for the wrapped in the flag sort of mentality for Team USA, because obviously there's a pretty even field, I think, more so than people might give it credit in the World Baseball Classic, because, the DR will be good, Puerto Rico will be good, the United States will be good, Chinese Taipei will be good, Japan is going to be good.
Italy's going to be good, too. They got a nice little lineup. The only team that's not going to be good, I think, is Great Britain.
The other thing you're going to see in the World
Brazil's really bad.
Yeah, you're going to see in the World Baseball Classic where it really affects everything is pitching. Because, I don't know, Team USA and Japan's pitching is disgusting. Chinese Taipei's pitching will be good. Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Venezuela, they'll all have good pitching. But, whereas it even, kind of filters out even through there is, those big teams that we've mentioned will have probably 1 to 2 solid dudes, whereas, Team USA has basically an entire rotation plus bullpen. So does a couple of other teams. But, that's what's great about the World Baseball Classic, because we're going to see Tarek Skubal pitch against Great Britain, and it's going to be laughable.
Right, exactly.
You're going to see Paul Skeens pitch against, whoever it may be. It'll be laughable. But then it'll be really fun when you get to that next round, when it might be maybe you don't play Japan in the finals, or maybe you do, but it might be Yamamoto versus Paul Skeens.
Oh, my God. How good would that be, right?
Well, not only is that a matchup that you could see when Pittsburgh and the Dodgers play, but now you're going to see Paul Skeens with an actual lineup behind him and what he can do. So it's kind of like a bunch of emotions that all go into effect, and it's awesome. And it plays all day long, gets you ready for spring, and then 2 weeks later after it's over, you're like, oh, we're playing baseball in Major League Baseball.
It's a good way to kind of break up spring training, because it is monotonous for a lot of the guys down there. But I would still like to see it in the middle of the season, kind of at the All-Star break, kind of just do it then like hockey did. You have that kind of stop down. But I think for the first time ever, all the guys, other than Tarek Skubal, obviously, are bought into this whole thing. And they're ready to go, and they're ready to see what they can do. And, guys are fired up, man. They're ready to represent their country. So I'm excited about it for the first time, because, as I told you guys a few days ago, I totally swung and missed the last time the World Baseball Classic was here. I was just like, this doesn't mean that much. And then we saw the way that it ended. I'm like, damn, it really did mean a lot for these guys. So hopefully they bring that same energy that we've seen over the last, couple of weeks with Team USA, and we get those type of performances, and I think we will out there.
No doubt about it. Speaking of moves to be made for the Kansas City Chiefs, as yesterday we were told via Adam Schefter that they have informed Juwan Taylor that he will not be part of this team once the regular season begins, saving $20 million under the cap. More moves to be made. We did see a name yesterday that's going to become available. 34 years old, Is that what Khalil Mack is? Would you run the tire?
Like 35, yeah.
Would you run the
Is
tire?
he that old already?
Yeah, dude.
So, yeah.
Dude, where did time go with Khalil Mack?
Do you still remember the play when he sacked, was it Alex Smith, and then started like celebrating for the Raiders?
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude, get back.
Yeah.
That was rookie year Khalil Mack.
Oh, my God.
And he's been Raiders, Bears, back to the Bears, to the Chargers. And now available. And I don't know if that's a move that you'd be interested in, but that's a name that became available to free agency that we will see in the next week.
Does he make us better?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, he does.
For
At
sure.
35 years old, still makes the team
Still
better.
good.
Okay, tell me why.
Because he's still a good run passer and he can still get to the quarterback.
Okay.
He's better than anyone else we have. He'd be
kind of like Frank Clark, or no, different?
I mean, different style of player, but yeah, like a guy like Frank Clark who will come in for 50% of the snaps and be a really good
Playing every
supporter.
third down.
Yep, he's playing every
Ears
third
back,
down. Yes.
sending.
So what I'm getting at then, this is an expectation guy if we sign him here in Kansas
He's a
City,
former
right?
defensive player of the year. People are gonna
But I'm saying he's also 35 years old, right?
I'm with you.
And he's getting cut now, and teams don't get rid of necessarily good players if they feel that they can still help that organization. And so if
the Chargers do want him back,
they do want him back.
Yes.
Okay, so they do want him back. That's a good sign that you may want to bring him in here. But I think also, like, when you sign these guys over 30 in football, let's just talk about that sport, obviously, because that's what we're doing. But you sign these guys over 30, you have to set yourself up with like realistic expectations, because Khalil Mack at 35 is not Khalil Mack at 25. And if you think he's going to come in and, have, 17 sacks and all this kind of stuff,
14.
yeah, then you're setting yourself up for kind of disappointment, I would imagine, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Well,
you got to.
That's like having Starlin Marte is going to come out here and hit 30 home runs
Exactly.
and hit 280. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
no. This guy's a bench player.
Right.
It's an addition. This is
Yeah.
an
It's an
additional depth
addition.
piece,
It's
yes.
a move. It's not
It's
the
when it's
move,
3rd and
right?
16 against Denver. You're like, hey, Khalil, get in there and make sure they don't get a
100%.
first down. That's what that piece is. And
Yeah, and
that's what this team needs is, and I think he's still got a little bit of speed in the tank, more than what we have on the field right now.
Well, that is true, yeah.
At 35.
No, he can and also, like, you draft in a young guy. Now you've got Khalil Mack to help him and teach him.
Yeah.
Hey, George Karlaftis, haven't seen improvement from you in the last 2 seasons. Here's Khalil Mack. Maybe he can give you a boost and give you a new perspective on some pass rush moves, something. But yeah, 35, he's still got juice left in the tank, and it sounds like he wants to win.
Yeah.
Again, I always go back to I hope Kansas City is still that place to these guys.
Well, I think so.
I hope so.
I mean, I would imagine. I mean, you still have Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. No other organization can present a head coach quarterback combination like that anywhere in the NFL. And look, you still
But
have
that gap
Travis.
is closing.
It is. No question. It is. Yeah. You have you obviously have Chris Jones on the defensive end, and people look at Chris Jones around the league as a very prominent football player. Most likely, Travis Kelce coming back, a very prominent football player as well. Khalil Mack's played for just about everybody else in the division.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe
come to the winner finally.
And not to like crap on your take, maybe to kind of add some clout to it. Maybe this is a year where you don't use Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. And I explain. How many defensive coordinators in the league do you know their first and last name and their style?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Maybe this
Yeah.
year, what's the number one need that we all agree the Chiefs need?
Everything.
Defense.
Defense,
Well, yeah, that's
yeah.
true. Like, obviously, receiver, offense, or defensive line. Everything. But, like, you could lead the way with, like, hey, Spags.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, other defensive coordinators in the league, yeah, they're known, right? But now Robert Saleh is a head coach. Right? So he's now got to, lean on his assistants. Aaron Glenn is a head coach, right? So you look at Spagnuolo where it's like, hey, this guy's going to work with you. Yes, you're going to be with that Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes combination, but you're also going to be with what some people say, if you would put coordinators in the Hall of Fame, this guy's a surefire Hall of Famer for his coordinator position. And you could lean on the Spags effect because defense is a massive need on this team, and it all circles around Spagnuolo. Like, you'd almost say that this year is the year for Spags to, like, develop and get this team back to what it was on defense. Now, again, I get it. They didn't give up a ton of points, but they gave up a lot of yards in crucial time periods, and they didn't have that key component that Spags likes, which
They
is
didn't have
that
a closer.
They didn't have that defensive safety person, and maybe they said it without saying it that they missed on, Jaden Hicks. We've seen reports that Brian Cook is probably going to be gone, and you need that sort of, focus point on that, because I did see Mac, and I don't know if this worried you at all yesterday, seeing these reports about Caleb Downs and the old knee injury.
Yeah.
No.
So apparently he has some meniscus issues that they think could fear and lead to an easier way to the ACL injury. And they're wondering if that's something to watch in the draft.
That's
stock.
scary. Don't like that.
'Cause how horrible would that be, dude?
It'd be awful.
Caleb Downs,
Awful.
number 9. Chiefs take him. Game 1.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, but that
Not
is,
again.
I mean, that is a realistic concern that you have to factor in. But also, too, everybody gets hurt at one point, but something like that now, like an existing thing, damn it, I don't want that.
At least that's one thing I saw on him
It's like
yesterday.
the one red flag. Is that
Yeah.
going to deter?
Is
Yeah.
Well, that's a big red flag, though, guys.
It's a
It
small
is.
safety.
Yeah, it's a
small
big red flag.
Physical safety.
Yeah, it's a big red flag.
And you're going to go play with some boys.
Yeah,
some
yeah.
big boys.
You're going to go play with some dudes in the NFL. What about trading back for Justin Reed? But hey, New Orleans is actually in a good place right now. Like they feel like they're in a good spot. Like
They found their quarterback.
They found their quarterback,
They
guys.
shucked an oyster and found a pearl.
They did. I mean, they got their guy down there, they believe, at quarterback. So maybe they're in a little bit of a different world. But we keep talking about this team, and every time we have these conversations, I'm like, all right, there's another hole. It's like every time we have a conversation, like, yeah, but we also have this hole, or yeah, but we also have this hole. And so there's just so many holes that this team has right now that can be addressed by that number 9 overall pick. And maybe Mitchell Schwartz was right a little bit yesterday about potentially trading down if you have that opportunity to acquire another first-round pick this year and one for next year if you can get something like that and trade down, because the more we talk about it, the more I realize this organization maybe have some more holes than we're letting on, and they may even have some bigger ones as this Rashee Rice stuff starts to play out, you know?
Yeah, we'll talk about that Mitchell Schwartz stuff later, because I can totally agree with you, Bob. I think there were some really good points made there by him, because, you know, that I think that goes into addition with what I said yesterday of like, yeah, you have all of these options, whoever falls to you can take, but also one of those options should be maybe trading back. You put another name in here in the doc that I think we should talk about as well. John Franklin Myers, who I think the Broncos are going to have to part ways with. He'll be in free agency. He's 29 years old. He's had 7 sacks in each of the last 2 seasons. Another possible addition? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like that addition. Not as I said in the doc, the move, but a move, right? Like, and I don't know what the move is. Breece Hall, I guess, would be the move or something like that. But John Franklin Myers is a nice pickup for the Chiefs. And again, as we said last week about, what was it, Hargrave up in Minnesota, he's going to be released. You could probably pick him up. But if you go out and get John Franklin Myers and you don't get anybody else, that will be the best running mate that Chris Jones probably has ever had alongside him at that kind of interior defensive tackle position. And so I think at that position as well, you need depth, you need starters, you need guys that can challenge the depth in the starters. Like, I would bring in anybody and everybody I could along the defensive line, because I think right now that's one of your weakest, areas, if not the weakest area on the team.
Yeah, if I were to give you the over-under of 3.5 free agency moves for the Kansas City Chiefs this offseason, would you take the over-under?
Well, I would take the over, because you're always going to have those stragglers that come in, a random guy on a Tuesday here and a random. So I would take the over on that. But big names like Marquee, like they're going to help your franchise immediately. 3 feels right. So I would probably go under on that. That's a good number.
Yeah, I'll go over. I think we saw last year the reunion, and they brought all these guys back, and I think they're going to not do that at all, and they're going to do the exact opposite. I think that's the plan.
Yeah, not bring one of their guys back and go outside the organization. Now, that doesn't always work. Ask Andy in 2012 in Philadelphia how that went, you know?
You could say, let's say you take 4 free agency moves, and each move is to fix said holes, right? So you get a D lineman, you get a wide receiver, you get a running back, and you get a wide receiver in free agency, unless I already said that. Then in the draft, you draft a D lineman, you draft a corner or a safety, you draft a receiver that maybe, falls or that you find that's like value in your team, and then you draft a running back later in like the 5th round. And then you've not only fixed immediate problems, you've backloaded that with patches to those immediate problems.
Yeah.
That way you've doubled down, almost like you've hedged yourself when it comes to what you need to correct, because if you sign a free agent and injury happens, then you have that rookie that you took in a higher round pick. Like, say you took a veteran and a D lineman, and in the 2nd round you take a D lineman, you've got some insurance there, and you've got some patchwork on those said holes on your team. So
I don't hate that idea. That's an interesting philosophy. Sign the guys in free agency, then draft the guys at the same position. I don't hate that, because you need a veteran guy, but you also need youth on this team too.
Well,
like
especially if you're going to take 4 spots in free agency,
Yeah.
it's going to be hard to not double dip on some of those positions, if not all of them, especially at the significance of those needs in a wide receiver, defensive line / edge, running back, safety,
one isn't
corner.
enough.
Yeah, and also don't forget too, with Dusty's number, they're going going to sign a backup quarterback because they don't have one of those guys on the roster. Even if they brought Minshew back, it would still be a free agent signing. So that's another one to look at as well, what they're going to do with that backup quarterback position. Who's going to fill in? I don't know who that guy is going to be. And I haven't even heard any backup quarterbacks linked to Kansas. I saw somebody floated Kirk Cousins out there yesterday, and I'm like, no, come on now.
Oh.
Kirk Cousins isn't coming here. He's going to go somewhere else and probably be a starting quarterback before he would come here and be, the backup quarterback. Mariota's name, I've seen some people float out there.
Okay.
That could be a potential, but who knows? I mean, everybody's floating every quarterback name out there right now to potentially be that backup here in Kansas City. So that's another area that they do need to fill. So at the 3.5, probably take the over with the backup quarterback having to be part of that equation.
On the other side, we will do our Tough Tuesdays because it is Tuesday, and some of these are tougher than others. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fesco and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fesco and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Men, the new year's here, and improving your health may be one of your biggest resolutions. But when you're tired, low on energy, not sleeping well, or not seeing results in the gym, staying committed can be tough. That's where Heartland Men's Health can help, because those symptoms are often signs of low T. Low T can cause low sex drive, poor sleep, brain fog, weight gain, unproductive workouts, and decreased energy. And many men just chalk it up to aging. But medical treatment can give you back your vigor and vibrancy. Men begin losing their testosterone in their 30s, 2 or 3% every year. And before you know it, you don't feel like the same man you used to be. So go to heartlandmenshealth.com and take their quick 2-minute low T quiz. Then schedule a consult. Labs results in 30 minutes and a medical plan built just for you. And Heartland Men's Health is ready for you. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Independence between Blue Springs and Lee Summit, and North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Cody and Gold is presented by FanDuel. Basketball fans, it's almost time for the Super Trade Day sweepstakes. FanDuel's all about those three-pointer moments. And on March 3rd, that's 3-3, you'll have your own shot at a big win from downtown. Place a 3-point wager, and you'll be entered to win a share of over $3.3 million in bonus bets. Download the Sportsbook app by going to FanDuel.com/local. That's FanDuel.com/local now to claim your profit boost to enter. So don't miss out on the Super Trade Day sweepstakes. Today only on FanDuel. FanDuel Sportsbooks, the official sportsbook of 96.5 The Fan. 21 in President, Missouri. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Limit 1 entry. Profit boost bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost token. Prizes issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is the Game of the Week report, brought to you by Hyundai.
Monday night's pro basketball schedule is set to bring the heat as the postseason nears. First, a marquee showdown takes center stage as Cleveland hosts Philly and are eager to climb the standings. And out west, Denver heads into Oklahoma, and Salt Lake City will take on Golden State as they look to upset one of the league's most experienced teams.
The Game of the Week report is brought to you by the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. Learn how it's so much more than just another SUV at HyundaiUSA.com.
Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right it almost feels wrong. Because right now you can get great deals on our most popular models, including our adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid and the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Plus, there's our bold and stylish Elantra, loaded with the latest tech, or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 9. So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up.
I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid
Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
Wouldn't you like to take a vacation from your bills? Well, you can. The new year is here. Home values are up, and you have more home equity than ever. Now is the time to put that home equity to work for you. This is James Hawkins, president of Golden Oak Lending. Credit card balances are at an all-time high. Why pay 25 to 30% interest to them when you could be saving thousands of dollars after a simple phone call? Golden Oak's mortgage rate is 4.5%. We have no fee to apply and no out-of-pocket costs. And if you call today, you could make no payments for 2 months. But don't wait. This rate won't last forever. Imagine how good it will feel to have those bills paid off. At Golden Oak Lending, we can make that happen in as little as 14 days. And if for any reason your loan doesn't close, we will pay for your appraisal. Call today and take advantage of our 4.5% fixed rate. Call 913-890-GOLD.
Golden Oak Lending cured my blues.
5.442 APR, FHA 15-year, 20% equity, qualified credit, additional terms apply. NMLS 114937.
This hour is brought to you by State Water Heater and Reeves Weideman, online at rwco.com. Need a water heater? State Water Heaters has the solution. The Adapt Gas Tankless Water Heater with X3 scale prevention delivers efficient, on-demand hot water with no annual maintenance and may qualify for money-saving utility rebates. Ask your plumber for State at Reeves Weideman. Visit rwco.com or statewaterheaters.com.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
East side 70 westbound slows at Manchester Traffic Way with an accident reporting getting into a construction zone with the left lane blocked. Stays heavy over to Van Brunt and sluggish past 27th. 435 southbound heavy from Front Street for about a mile down to an accident blocking one lane of traffic. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan traffic.
Couple texts on the text line. Khalil Mack had 5.5 sacks last year, playing less than 50% of the snaps. Last year, I'll take that.
Smash. Yeah, that's all you need out of him. Yeah, if you could get me 5.5, 6 sacks at 50% of the snaps, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. You've got to set that expectation level. Even if they sign Mike Evans, like our expectation level should be a realistic, right around 1,000 yards and close to 8 to 10 touchdowns, something like that. We have to have those expectations because I think we get into these conversations. This guy stinks. Well, what was your expectation for that guy? Well, I thought, that's on you. So for a guy like Khalil Mack, 5.5 sacks over 50% of the time. Sure, let's go. You play 100% of the time. That's 11 sacks. That's a hell of a season. Yeah.
Because somebody else says in the text line for the 913, Minshew is booty cheeks.
BBL stinky.
Oh, come on.
It's kind of a fun way to describe somebody without being like
Total
overly.
booty cheeks.
Dude, that guy's booty cheeks.
I don't want Minshew around anymore. It was fine
How
last year.
bad was he? Was he booty cheeks bad or was he BBL stinky bad?
How do we even know he played one play?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what he was.
But the Chiefs always turn over that backup quarterback position, right? Like it seems every year it's just somebody different at that backup quarterback spot. Who the backup quarterback du jour is going to be, I have no idea who that's going to be, but hopefully we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, hopefully I don't care.
Do you guys follow MLB Hall pretty good on Twitter?
No. That sounds like a great account,
You
actually.
probably should. They have a picture of Kauffman Stadium completely sold out. Looks like an opening day game, and the quote of it just says, "The house that Billy Butler built." I feel that in my bones, man. What a time it was.
Oh, that's great, man. That's funny.
Man. But it is a Tuesday today, so it is a tough Tuesday. If you'd like, I can start with some of the most cringe audio you'll ever hear in your life.
Chris K here with, you've heard about it, here it is, the Big Arch. This is something that we have tested already.
This is Gary Jocelyn?
Portugal, Germany, Canada. I love this product. It is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know.
Okay.
So here we go. First, holy cow. God, that is a big burger. We've got a very unique kind of sesame poppy sort of bun on it. We've got 2 quarter-pound patties, a delicious Big Arch sauce, and of course some lettuce. So, there's so much going on with this.
Oh, man.
First of all, let's try to get this thing I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it. Ooh, there's also some crispy onions on here as well. I see those kind of coming out. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good.
Look at that big
That's
bite.
a big bite for a big arch. It's distinctively McDonald's.
Which means he's never had McDonald's in his life.
I mean,
that was the CEO of McDonald's, right? Or president, whatever it is.
CEO, right? Yeah.
First time that dude's ever had McDonald's, and that bite that he took was the most
tiny bite.
That's like when you tell your kids, like, one more bite, and you get off the table, and they're like,
Yeah, exactly.
did it.
Do you
You're
think
like,
he hid that under his mashed potatoes?
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Those were mashed potatoes, Ma. That was one of the worst. So buddies of mine, garage session yesterday, that comes on the phone of somebody goes, is this real or is this like a robot? I'm like, no, that's, and then I'm like, this guy's A, never had McDonald's before. B, whoever shot that video had to have the common sense to be like, maybe we shouldn't run this. This doesn't really sell this sandwich.
Well, it's just cringe. I mean, you're asking somebody who doesn't have the personality to go out there and endorse
He's
something,
in a cute
right?
little V-neck sweater with a collar out.
I mean,
never had McDonald's in his life.
Who is McDonald's trying to relate to with that as well? Like, are you trying to
Rich
relate
people.
yeah, exactly, to other rich people
Yeah, I
that
don't
don't
know.
have a
Didn't sell
personality,
me.
right? Because that did not get me to go to McDonald's at all. I mean, in fact, I'm like, I have no interest now in going to McDonald's. But
All right, the moment of truth.
it reminded me of
That is so good.
and this is probably dating myself a little bit, but it reminded me of those 80s sitcoms where you knew the uncomfortable moment was coming, where they're trying to date the girl or have the first kiss, and you sit there and you kind of watch it in a cringe mode. That's what that was with this McDonald's CEO. I don't understand what McDonald's thought they were doing. Maybe just to get people talking about it, and they're getting more free publicity by everybody talking about this guy,
That's why I'm single. They're like, Dusty, that girl at the bar, she's really into you. You should go talk to her.
I don't even know how to attack it.
What a tough Tuesday for that son of a
that is
gun, dude.
rough.
The Big Arch, I guess, is out at McDonald's, by the way. So
Big Arch would smash.
Yeah.
It did sound good.
2 quarter-pound patties, Mac Daddy.
Yeah, I'm not finishing that whole thing. That's a lot.
It's a lot, but
A sesame poppy seed bun.
yeah, but like let's
First of all,
have-
let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it.
that's unbelievable
It's a
to me.
burger.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Because he's never had a burger from McDonald's.
Like, just take a huge bite and then cut the camera and then look. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on, you can make that.
And
You
of
can
course,
edit
some
this.
lettuce. So,
Yeah.
there's so
of
much
course
going
the
on with
lettuce.
this.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on the bun.
Yeah.
Anyways, Tough Tuesday, Whack Arnold CEO.
I'll go for the Hawks. They're my tough Tuesday. They're 31-31.
Jayhawks?
Atlanta Hawks, thank you, of the association, are 31-31 in their last 62 games. How about their last 90? They're 500. How about their last 348? They're 500.
I don't even know how to attack it.
How about their last 1,570? They're 500. How about 3,880? Oh, yeah, that'd be 500. How about their last 5,790 games?
Is that all of their games?
I don't know, but seriously, you could do the math and find out how far back they've gone. They are 2,895 and 2,895 in their last 5790 games. Unbelievably mid are the Atlanta Hawks. Tough Tuesday.
Yeah, that is a tough Tuesday.
They picked third in the draft this year, probably.
We'll see. I mean,
They're the third best. So, because I saw the mock
Hell if I
draft
know.
with the NBA, Darren Peterson, number 2. They had DeBonza going to the Kings. They had DeBanza going to, or Peterson 2 with the highest percentage to get the 2 pick.
Yeah.
And then the Atlanta Hawks were the next one to select Carlos or Cameron Boozer.
Cameron Boozer.
from
That'd be
They may
awesome.
luck out. They may get the best player in the draft. I'm being serious about that in Cameron Boozer by picking number 3. You never know with Darren Peterson's question marks, DeBanza.
Best floor for sure.
I mean that's a hell of a draw right there. If you're picking number 3 and you get Boozer this year, you may win the draft. I've got a tough Tuesday, and it goes to anybody who's looking for a quarterback now this offseason, which there are a lot of folks out there looking for a quarterback. You got Mendoza in the draft. That doesn't, get a lot of people excited. And then these are the options that you have to choose from if you're looking. And this is why if you're the Jets, you probably should not bring back Breece Hall because you've got a situation where there's no good quarterbacks out there. Here are the names of the free agent class right now that people are looking at. Obviously, Malik Willis is top. I heard yesterday he could get up to $40 million a year to play quarterback in the NFL.
Good for you.
Then you've got Kyler Murray. Nobody want that guy. Joe Flacco.
Would you have Flacco or Kyler Murray?
Flacco.
I mean, Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I'm taking Flacco every day of the week. Tyler Huntley.
Huntley or Kyler Murray?
Huntley. Marcus Mariota.
Or Kyler Murray?
Marcus.
Mariota. I'll take Mariota. I do like Mariota.
Garoppolo.
Oof.
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny.
Mitchell
BBL
Trubisky.
Stinky. Okay, Trubisky. Not bad.
Sam Howell.
Hey, man, B-Enemy was good with that guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there might be your dude.
I don't hate that. Yeah.
Who's that?
Sam Howell.
Where did Bieniemy have him?
In Washington. I think he led the league in passing
that's
yards.
right. I forgot about that. Bieniemy's been around the block too. Yeah, the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So is Sam Howell. I'm looking like that guy was with Seattle and somebody else. Like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Washington. Yep.
Trey Lance. I mean, those are your tough Tuesdays right now. If you're a team in the NFL, like the Raiders, like the Jets, like the Browns, you know, you're looking for a quarterback. Pittsburgh. Those are the options that you have out there in which to choose from. And those options right now are BBL Stinky. And so if you are a team
Stinky
like the Jets holding on to Breece Hall, for what? You don't have a quarterback out there right now. Let yourself just move on from that guy. I'm being selfish, but also wait for the next best quarterback because you can't win in this league without a quarterback. I heard yesterday that Andy Dalton may end up with the Jets.
Let's go.
Because Frank Reich and him are close because they were together in Carolina. That's not a bad option for the Jets.
The Red Rockets coming back.
The red and green, little Christmas man. I like that.
How about that? That'll really sell a Christmas story.
We've got our defender, our billionaire defender on the text line. This guy's getting so much undue hate. There are actually unique black poppy seeds on that bun that you can't see in the video.
Oh.
Who the hell cares? I'm not buying a burger for black poppy seed buns.
I don't even know how to attack it.
It's a burger.
You pick it up and you eat it.
Yeah.
We all learned that about 2.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to attack it.
You just don't. I'm surprised you didn't cut it with a fork and knife.
Exactly. yeah, honestly.
No
McDonald's
utensils. Yes. Maybe that's the Wednesday poll question. Do you know how to attack the big arch? Yes or no? He said, oh, look, there's onions coming out of this.
And of course, some lettuce.
Of
So,
course.
there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it. Got so much to it.
So much to it.
It's kind of like the NFL draft. Coming up next, though, there is the second coming of Bill Self, whether you like it or not. The proof is in the pudding. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is Fesco and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, springtime is here, everybody, and that means you're going to start looking at your front lawn and you're going to say, all right, I want it to look good. And that's what we did a year ago. After 10 years of trying to have our lawn look good, we called the folks over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control because they're college-educated professionals. They know what they're doing. I did not, and it was the best decision we made because our lawn went from looking like to looking amazing, where I've got guys on the block coming up to us and going, man, your lawn looks awesome. What are you doing? And I said, it's the folks over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. They come out and they get the job done right the first time. And when you see those iconic blue trucks floating around town, look behind that iconic blue truck. What do you see? A beautiful looking lawn, because all the best lawns in Kansas City use Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. They've been growing KC since 1985, and they're growing their team as well. You can join the Aspen team. If you're looking to hire Aspen to do your lawn like they did for us, then you're going to get a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. They're trusted professionals, so expect the best. Visit them today at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Hey guys, it's Cody and Golden. Learning the skills is only part of the journey. And over at Centric, turning those skills into a career is where people need the most support. And with Centric's 4-month IT program built around something different, a clear career pathway.
And that's where Centric's Career Services team comes in. They're going to help coach you through the resume building, interview preparation, and guidance, along with a real entry-level IT job with local employers. And if you're serious about making that career move, you got to just talk to our friend Russ Mondry and schedule that career pathway call. Go to Centric.com for more.
And
Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Drewski.
Let's do a triangle formation. I'm in front.
With a center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
You got it at T-Mobile.
But switching takes forever.
Not anymore. Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Focus, people. Nail your pose.
And you get a new iPhone 17 on them.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Yes way, guys. Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
I'm grabbing my phone and switching to T-Mobile right now.
Get back, Harvey. We're taking a... let's go again, y'all.
With 24 monthly bill credits, finance agreement, 256 gigabytes, $830, eligible trade-in, example iPhone 13, and new qualifying line, $60 plus per month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees. For well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. $800 via virtual prepaid card. Card typically takes 15 days after rebate submission, no cash access, and card expires in 6 months. Check out in 15 minutes per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Hey, it's almost Andy Reid. Who knew a Halloween costume would change my life and lead me to Renner Garage Door? Renner's KC's go-to team for service, repair, and replacement.
R-E-N-N-E-R, R-E-N-N-E-R.
Royals coverage sponsored by Renner Garage Door. Forward and back, RENNER.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Traffic for DM Entry Law, East Side 70 westbound with an accident and construction. Things get heavy past 435. Stay pretty slow over to 31st Street, then just sluggish out to 27th. Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law. How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results. Mike's got this. 816-888-7500. Mike's got this. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
If you're looking for more NFL draft coverage, go subscribe and follow the Character Concerns podcast with Bink and Chris on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. This is your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
I've got to give the text line credit. They are on it today with humor. Well done, text line. From the 913, I know how to attack the big arch. Send 5 and wait for it to make a mistake. The big arch comes with a spork for the rich folk. Well done.
Damn right.
Somebody says from the 816, I have a feeling this guy has a dark life that we don't know about. Possibly. And then somebody says, all they do is drop that sandwich into a juicer, and he would have been right at home.
Exactly.
Oh. I told you about that at Red Robin once, right? Had an old lady came in.
No.
Yeah.
No. Oh, no.
Yep.
She asked for it that way because she took her teeth out at the table?
No, she couldn't chew food or have like solid food in her system, so it had to puree her entire meal.
At that point, why are you going out, though? I mean,
imagine what you have to taste in that situation, and maybe a blended burger, fries, and some ketchup and mustard all in a blender into a bowl of soup is heaven on earth.
I mean, maybe did you pour water in it to blend it up? Or
why do you think dogs beg so much for food?
Yeah.
They eat the same food every single day, and then you give them a potato chip, and they're like, what?
Oh, yeah, what is this?
And every time you open that bag,
oh, I mean, anytime. Winnie
some
can
people even have
sniff
it when
out.
you open the door. Like,
Yeah.
do your dogs do that? If you hear like and they're like,
Yeah.
alert.
No, my Winnie's like that. If I open the slider at the back door, immediately ready to go out and see what's going on out there. And they're smart. Dogs are very smart.
That's her yard,
very
man.
smart, man. Wow. Oh, I can't get over the Red Robin in a blender.
It's a cheeseburger. They squirted ketchup, mustard, mayo, poured a little bit of water, added like a handful of fries, blended it up, and it was like an orange paste into a soup bowl, and she ate it with a spoon.
Oh, man. I feel bad for her, obviously, but I don't know that I could do something like that.
And of course,
man.
me trying to break the ice, I was like, I bet that tastes better than most stuff you've had recently. And she goes, yes, sir. And then just went, I was like, all right. So
was she by herself?
No, she had a family with her.
Okay.
Like 4 or 5 people.
How long? I got so many questions now.
I mean, it's so long ago. I mean, it was. I haven't worked at Red Robin in a long
I know,
time.
but okay, how long does this last? What else does she do this way? Are there meals that you could there's so many questions that I have. What was it like for the rest of the family watching this go on? I would have been grossed out, but I mean, it is what it is, Oh, God, I feel bad for that lady.
I feel bad for people that hate blue bloods in college basketball and people that don't like Bill Self. It has nothing to do with personality. It's just maybe the dominance factor. There is a second coming of Bill Self in the NCAA happening right before our eyes.
Tang?
No. Oh. That man's name is John Shire. Similar parallels to their careers, the way they start off. Now, John Shire got started a little bit younger than Bill. I believe Bill was like 41 when he took over for Roy in Kansas.
Was he that young? Wow.
Yeah, 2003. He was born in 1962, was Bill Self. John Shire took over for Coach K. Bill Self took over for Roy Williams, right? Oh, man, what are we going to do? We're going to get this guy from Illinois. Okay. Missouri wanted him. They didn't get him, so it kind of made it feel a little bit better that, he came to Kansas.
I remember when they hired him, and the Kansas fan, I'm not joking on this one. Roy was like a run and gun type of coach, right? Just sprint up and down the floor. It was fun. And Kansas fans were like, oh, Bill brings this high-low. It's going to be so boring. I'll never forget having these conversations with Kansas fans. And then they had that first year, they went to the Elite Eight. Okay, then they lost a couple of early tournaments, and people were still mad. Oh, this high-low is never going to work. Bill Self's been the greatest thing to ever happen to Kansas basketball.
So you could imagine what it was like for Bill Self to come in at a young age. I mean, 41, coaching college basketball. I mean, I would still consider that relatively young.
Yeah, at a program like Kansas, hell
and
yeah.
you're getting Kansas. Coach K finally sat down in before the 22-23 season. John Shire, obviously a former Duke player, takes over. And in John Shire's first year, they go 27-9. They won their conference tournament championship, and they went to the NCAA tournament. Year 2, John Shire goes 27-9, makes the tournament once again. 24-25 season, John Shire goes 35-4, regular season champion, conference champion, NCAA tournament, NCAA Final Four year 3. This year, John Shire is 29-2. He's the number 1 seed in all of basketball, and he is continuing to keep that Duke tradition at a blue blood. He's young. He's getting recruits. Now, obviously, Cameron Boozer, you could be like, okay, well, he was given that one. That was Carlos's son. He's going to get that either way.
You could have messed it up, though,
Lives in Florida.
Yeah.
You could have had NIL deals, all that.
Yeah.
Now, again, Cameron Boozer comes from money. His dad, obviously, and we'll talk about him in a little bit
And his dad
later.
probably said, don't worry about the dough. You're going to play at Duke.
But he got Cooper flagged the year before.
Yep.
And then you look at what's going on currently in the recruiting classes for next year. You want to take a wild guess who's number 1?
I would imagine it's Duke, yeah.
It is Duke.
Yeah.
And don't let this go too far. Missouri Tigers are number 4 on that list.
Yeah.
KU is number 5. So
Yeah.
Diddy Gates is doing some amazing work at Mizzou. So John Shire has not only, and we have seen this before, where a blue blood school, where's Villanova?
Yeah.
You would consider them a blue blood? What Jay Wright did to them?
When Jay Wright was there, and they were probably the number 5 blue blood. Like in my opinion, it doesn't matter what I think, but it was like Kansas, Duke, North Carolina, UCLA were kind of those 4. And then I had Villanova probably on the 5 line or 6 line with Michigan, Michigan State, those kind of groupings together. But yeah, Villanova's been up on top. But yeah, where have they been since
Jay left?
Jay left, yeah.
And you could say Hurley, but I don't really consider Hurley kind of that. I mean, I know Calhoun was there for all those years, and then Hurley kind of comes in and took UConn to another world. But, I don't really. I mean, I guess you could put UConn as a blue blood for sure. For
Yeah,
what they've done
kind
recently.
of on that line, yeah.
But Hurley's a different sort of like personality than I would say that Bill Self, and I would put KU and Duke as more rich of a blue blood.
Yeah, absolutely,
I would put UConn
yes.
and Villanova in that conversation with the rest, like Kentucky's and Carolinas and those teams as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you look at what John Shire's done, replacing a legend. Bill Self replaced a legend in Roy Williams.
Yeah.
John Shire's replacing Coach K. And he's keeping Duke as Duke. Like, people still hate Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Their fans are insufferable.
Right.
But like, no one really hated Cooper Flagg. No one really hates Cameron Boozer that I know of.
Yeah, I've not heard any hate yet.
And then last night he had a hell of a game again. And Duke won another game, third straight by double digits plus.
I mean, that wasn't much of a game. We watched a little of that thing. I'm like, geez, Duke is. It's like you were right. I think it is Duke and Arizona, and everybody else just kind of hanging out, waiting for scraps.
I
right
mean,
now.
because Arizona took belt to ass right to the Iowa State last night.
Yep.
But again, I think Arizona is the second best team in the nation, just shortly behind what is Duke. But I mean, I think it is impressive that you look at like the next wave of coaches and you look at what is there for Duke, and they have what I think is the next Bill Self. Because you look at what Bill Self's like numbers are, where you hear about 41-0 and a big Monday, losses in seasons, right? Whatever at home it is.
Yeah.
And John Shire now, if you look at his report card, his win percentage is .830.
Yep.
He's 117-24. And he's got a real potential chance this year to win it all.
Yeah, oh, absolutely a real percentage chance. The 830 winning percentage is what gets me. That's a massive number. That's Bill Selfian, right? Like Bill's up there in the 80% win percentage wins as well. But what's interesting about both Bill Self and John Shire, and I'm gonna make maybe a hyperbolic statement, Dusty, and I want your opinion on it because you're more into college basketball than I am, obviously. But I look at Bill Self and John Shire as two guys who did the cardinal sin of all time. You never want to be the guy replacing the guy, right? Like you always want to be the guy that replaces, Jerome Tang. You don't
They
want to.
wanted Bill out of town after his third year because he lost back-to-back years in first rounds.
People were pissed about Bill, right? And they were mad again, complaining about nonsense. I even had one friend of mine's wife, Amy, who didn't like Bill's suits at the beginning, and Roy was a better dresser than Bill. And like these are the conversations that we're having at the schoolhouse while we're 17 beer towers into a Bucknell game, right? And so I look at those two guys doing the cardinal sin. They replaced the guy, right? Roy Williams is the guy at Kansas. Even though he never won the national championship, he was a legend. He won 75, 78% of his games. Man, you got to take over for him. Good luck. And Bill took over for him and knocked the door down and did better than Roy Williams ever could have at Kansas. John Shire, you look at right now, he replaced Coach K. He didn't come in and replace Bill Guthridge or Matt Doherty or somebody like that like Roy did when he went to North Carolina. He didn't replace Dean Smith. There were two coaches in between Roy Williams and Dean Smith before he ended up taking that job to save that Carolina program. But John Shire replaced arguably the greatest coaching legend of all time, right, in Coach K. And he hasn't missed a beat. In fact, he may be better. And the hyperbolic thing I'm saying is both Bill Self and John Shire did the cardinal sin of replacing the guy. But what if, Dusty, we're looking at it and Bill Self and John Shire really are the guy, right? Those are really the gold standard now. And that Coach K, as good as he was, John Shire may be even better than what Coach K did at Duke, because an 83% winning percentage is unfathomable. I mean, that is an amazing number that you're winning 83% of the time that you go out there and play. You don't have many losses on your resume. And at the end of the day, when this whole thing is all said and done, maybe John Shire ends up being better ultimately than Coach K ever was at Duke, because Bill Self is better than Roy Williams was at KU.
It's crazy to think that there is the next face of coaching in college basketball right there. And, of course, Duke gets it, unfortunately. Coming up next, Mac wants to know if we agree with Mitchell Schwartz. Plus, one word as well here on 96.5 The Fan. You're over Kansas City Sports.
This is Fesco and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for K-State athletics. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, guys, we got spring break coming up in a couple of weeks, and that means you're headed out of town. It also means you need to get that parking place reserved at Park and Go. I was out of town over the weekend, and I got back, and it was rainy, it was icing, it was sleeting, and I knew my car was going to be fine because it was parked undercover at Park and Go. I didn't have to worry about coming back and scraping the ice off of my car. In fact, the guy on the bus next to me even goes, "Yeah, my son told me about this place. Can you believe it's all covered parking?" I go, "Yeah, I can believe it's all covered parking." He goes, "This is awesome, and their prices are great as well." I said, "Yeah, and when you prepay, you get an even lower rate at Park and Go." So all you have to do is go to bookparkandgo.com and make your parking reservation. And like I said, prepay to save a lot of money. And then when you get there on the day of your flight, just give them that reservation number. They'll direct you to the covered parking spot reserved for you, and you're on your way to the airport terminal in no time at all. Get back, grab your bags, walk outside, jump on the bus, and it's right back to the trunk of your car. So join their frequent parker program like we did. Earn points towards free parking and reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated. Over time, your home's exterior takes a beating. You might notice faded colors or peeling paint. You need to call my friends at CertaPro Painters, whether you're thinking about the inside or outside of your home. Their free estimates are detailed and easy to understand, and you'll get a quote right away. Ask about their spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th. And remember, each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in KC. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
There's nothing like the sound of Royals baseball. When the boys in blue take the field, loyal fans tune in, turn it up, and stay connected. And where do Kansas City's most passionate sports fans gather? Right here on 96.5 The Fan. Sports fans are loyal fans. They support the teams they love and the businesses that support their team. If you're ready to grow your business and connect with a dedicated, engaged audience, call 816-522-0444 or email greg.bergen@odyssey.com. That's greg.bergen@odyssey.com.
Hi, I'm Jacob, your friend and an actual jeweler at Shane Company. I'm proud to work for a family business that's been committed to the highest quality standards for nearly 100 years. Your dream engagement ring is designed for quality every step of the way. We set your diamond by hand, never with machines. Prong tips are beautiful and secure, and intricate details are thoughtfully crafted. At Shane Company, there's no shortcuts, just craftsmanship, because a friend knows true love deserves the highest quality. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Want a great way to boost your brand? Custom labels at Staples will help your packages pop, shipments stand out, and takeout boxes really take off. Shop now through April 18th and save 30% on all custom labels. Staples. That was easy.
How do airplanes fly? What's in this box? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Learn how to store your gun securely and make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Come on. No! It's just a golf lesson, champ. Loosen up.
I can't. See that Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid for
Finish up on your own. I gotta run.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on the Hyundai Tucson, Tucson Hybrid, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Hey guys, it's Cody Tapp, and Synergen X and Low T Center have been highlighted for having the highest quality testosterone on the market. They only use pharmaceutical-grade testosterone, and that means never compounded and individualized for you. So look, maybe you didn't get the New Year's resolution that you wanted, and you're trying to get back on track. All of those things are possible because over at Synergen X and Low T Center, they're extending their promos into February, which means you can book a free testosterone test at Synergen X and Low T Center with no risks, no commitments, just answers. Pick up discounted peptides and GLP-1s while you're there. These clinics have been the highest quality testosterone covered by insurance and tailored to your body so you know that it's effective. Don't wait any longer. Don't wait longer into the year and get back to the regular you. That same workout, that same sex drive, and go to Synergen X and Low T Center. Go to synergenx.com or lowtcenter.com and book your free T-test today.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
East side 70 westbound, pretty heavy past 435. Just stays crawling over towards Van Brunt, getting into a construction zone with the left lane blocked. You're back to posted speeds out past 27. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Back at it here on 96.5 The Fan. Lots of top 25 action tonight as the regular season slowly but surely comes to an end in the college basketball world. Missouri at 6 o'clock tonight. They're on the road against Oklahoma, and Kansas at 8 o'clock tonight. They're on the road to Arizona State. The old
Big
Sun
one.
Devils. Yeah, big one.
I mean, yeah, they can. If they win this, they get the double bye. So big one.
Yeah, you get that double bye in the tournament. That's great. You want to play as few games as you possibly have to
100%.
play at this time of the year to keep guys healthy, keep Darren Peterson fresh, and get into the real tournament when it matters most. In 2 weeks, and that's ultimately what you're playing for. And people will say, how do you look at the Darren Peterson era? Tell me how it ends. Let's see. Are they cutting down a net? Are they losing in the first round? Are they losing in the Sweet 16, Elite 8? We'll know how successful a season it was in a couple of weeks. Probably, what is today? The 3rd. The championship is the 5th, I think, of April. So we got 1 month to determine how the Darren Peterson saga is going to end at Kansas.
Guys, we have fast food wars going on.
Uh-oh, we do? Who's warring
Burger
now?
King CEO.
Uh-oh.
He fired back and did a video of himself eating a Whopper,
Mm-hmm.
and he made sure that his first bite was big.
Okay.
Really?
Are you being serious about this?
Yes. He says, now that's a big bite.
That's awesome.
It's
Way
on,
to go, BK.
It's on Pop Crave. I've retweeted it, so if it pops up in your algorithm, I apologize. But it's a side-by-side Burger King guy. He's in like the almost blue-collar look, right? He's got the apron on. It says flame grilled since 1964. Sleeves are rolled up. Probably got Bruce on the stereo. Got his right CEO going, I don't even know how to attack it.
But you know what? This really fits the Burger King campaign. Have you guys been noticing what Burger King is doing with their marketing campaign right now?
Rules.
Well, it's like some places go to the celebrities for their burgers. We go to the people. We go to you.
Yeah.
And so when you had that CEO looking like kind of celebrity-ish, upper crust, if you will, then the Burger King CEO gets involved. Hey, I'm just a normal dude like you are. We name our burgers after you, and I'm just a regular guy. I'm going to roll up my sleeves, and I'm going to eat this Whopper like it's nobody's business. So it actually fits in perfect to their marketing plan that they're doing right now.
It makes me like Burger King.
And
makes me want to go there.
rules.
And I'll be honest with you,
Yeah.
McDonald's fell right into the trap by doing that with their CEO.
Seriously?
Because they thought by using their CEO, maybe that was going to be like a normal human being that everybody could relate to. Nobody relates to CEOs.
Especially when they're a robot.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got the Burger King guy rolling up his sleeve going, let's go, let's eat a Whopper, baby.
He does, too. He eats a big bite of that.
Damn right.
I don't even know how to attack it.
Yeah.
Would you have said 10 years ago that Brad Stevens could have been the next Bill Self?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
I
'cause
thought
John
so,
Shire
yeah.
just improved to 117 and 24 at Duke last night to beat NC State.
Yeah.
His 117 wins tie Butler's Brad Stevens for the most by a D1 coach in their first 4 seasons.
Holy cow. Yeah, I thought Brad Stevens was on the fast track to being, but he was smart.
And
he
then
got out.
Boston
He
was
saw
like,
what was going on in college basketball a decade before.
I think he was too smart for college
I
basketball.
agree.
And
He
like
may be too
Boston-
smart for sports.
He was too smart to be a head coach at Boston that they were like, dude, you're just going to run things.
Yeah.
So he just runs it.
Yeah.
And he went and got Gordon Hayward.
I mean, that guy's a genius. And
Nice.
he's done the
Oh,
real.
yeah.
I watched your Celtics a little bit last night. Got to ask a question. Gonna ask it. Gonna be honest. My wife and I were sitting around going, why is Milwaukee called the Cream City, and why does it say Cream City across their chest? Like,
That isn't like a
is that?
dairy town?
No, that's what you would think, right? So I did my because we're sitting there last night, and my wife keeps asking.
I would
look it
hate
up.
to see what your search engine went to.
I said, please look it up. And so I this morning I decided I was going to look it up because she wasn't going to look it up. And so I typed in why is MIL, and it already populated Milwaukee called the Cream City, right? click on it. Apparently, most of their buildings are built with brick that are that color that comes from the dirt of Wisconsin or something like that.
Okay.
I get that. That's fine.
It's fine.
You can't put that on the front of your jerseys in the NBA where it says Cream City across the chest. I mean, who came up with that? Come on.
Terrible.
I mean, my wife is sitting there last night. Think of the sanctity of our wives, for God's sake. No, I'm kidding on that. But she's going, that ain't right.
No, it's weird. No, it is weird. It's too bad because the jerseys themselves
are cool.
Good colors.
The colors, the blue and green piping around them, the off-white, the cream color, if you will, that they have. But why not just put Milwaukee on there?
Yeah.
Why does it need to say Cream City across the guy's chest?
I need to just get that jersey and wear it out to the bars. Yeah, your friends are cool, except that weirdo that has a jersey that says Cream City.
I'll buy you guys jerseys if you want. We can get on their website. I'm sure they've got those. If you will sport a Cream City T-shirt out in public.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think they're selling in Milwaukee? Like, is that a badge of or are people in Milwaukee going, ugh?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they have the city pride. They're like, yeah, Cream City, but I don't know, man.
All of us against you guys. That's kind of what it is. One for all for one type. But I mean, that of all nicknames for a city, that is one of the worst.
Would you rather be Cream City or Curd City? Curd sounds too much like turd.
Neither of them. I mean, just think of something different. Like what do they say? Milwaukee is Algonquin for the good life. Just call it the good life.
Ooh, that'd be nice,
right?
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
I like that.
Yeah, Wisconsin would be the Curd City. I don't know.
They got creamed last night.
Yeah, they did. I mean, Boston looked really good last night, and I was
without Jaylen Brown. Yeah,
well, driving Tatum. I mean, I don't know any of those players that were playing last night. They still beat the Cream City guys by 30.
Yeah.
And then I was listening to Ben driving in, and he took a call. This guy's worried about bringing Tatum back. Why do fans worry about bringing star players back?
Is that like Peterson in Kansas is better without him?
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. That seems to be like a basketball thing, maybe more than anything else. But I don't know. We got good chemistry. He's one of the best players on earth.
Yeah.
That guy screams like he loves the extra pass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was an extra pass guy.
Don't screw up the chemistry.
Yeah.
But what if I told you could put a top 10 player in the league where it's heavily front loaded? But here you go.
And then, I'm listening to Ben's response. And he's like, what? Is this a real phone call? He goes, I'm watching this game last night. And he goes, I don't know any of these people that are playing for the Celtics. and you're worried about having, Jason Tatum come back and play in a game? I mean, I'm like, you bring that guy back. But
you bring him back.
Who's Baylor Shireman? And Hugo Gonzalez.
Let's go.
Hugo Gonzalez was a starter last night for Boston. And
killed
people
it.
are worried about bringing Tatum back. Smash. Going to mess up the chemistry of Hugo Gonzalez.
What did my guy Pritchard do last night? Was he balling?
He was actually kind of that was the only guy they kind of did well on. Sam Hauser went off last
Peyton
night.
Pritchard was 10 of 23 last night, 5 of 10 from 3.
Oh, wait. So was it Sam Hauser the other night? So, yeah, Pritchard last night was incredible.
One of the white guys.
Yeah, one of the white guys.
Who's the other guy you said?
Hauser.
Sam Hauser was 4 of 8 shooting last night. 4
really
of 8
good.
from 3, 5 of 9 from the field.
Mac, you watched a hell of a game last night.
You watched that game? You sure you watched that game last
Sam
night?
Hauser
You were
4
locked in?
3?
You were locked in and watched that one?
Sam Hauser was incredible.
Vujovic was 0 for 4 from 3.
Yeah,
Maybe that's the
Vucevic has
guy
been
you're
rough.
thinking
Yeah,
of. 3 of 8 was Hugo Gonzalez from 3, and Baylor Shireman was 2 of 5. Maybe you were getting Hugo Gonzalez and Baylor Shireman, and we're worried about bringing Tatum back. Sports fans are weird, man.
Bailey's
Never heard of him.
Yeah, they get Tatum, Brown, Pritchard. You know the best thing that happened to Boston is they got rid of what's his face, Al Horford.
Oh, I love Al Horford, the Godfather. Yeah, it was just
but
time.
it was time to move on.
Yeah, it was definitely
all he
time.
did was just put his big ass in the corner and hit corner threes all the time. That was like my favorite Boston bet. Was like over 1.5 threes for Al Horford. And it was almost a guarantee he was getting one look every quarter.
That was Kling in high school and at the pickup games all the time. Just sit in the corner and just jack a three up in the air. But that's what everybody does now. That's what basketball is.
You race Kevin O'Shea down Cherry Hill. Mitchell Schwartz here on X. Mac, he says, one chief strategy that I haven't seen many people talk about this draft is trading down. Lots of talk of defensive ends, wide receivers, love, and now right tackle. If you're able to find a team to jump up from the late teens or 20s and throw in a first-round pick in 27, I think you do it. Why? Question mark.
Yeah, and then he goes on to explain why, because next year's draft is better.
It allows you to have 2 picks next year, duh. But importantly, you can always try to utilize that strategy. The QB will always have a high cap hit. The O-line will, and few other key defenders. Accumulating more young, cheap talent will be a necessity with Pat on the roster.
Yeah,
So,
stay young, stay cheap, stay fresh. Yeah, I don't hate it at all. I think it's something that we've, like he mentioned, it's kind of been negated. It's kind of been not discussed. Who are they going to take at 9? Who's going to fall to them? Well, what if they actually doesn't fall their way and they trade back and get it first? Because everyone's talking about, oh, you got to get assets for 2027. Well, what if you do that here with pick number 9?
Yeah.
And you go back and get someone later in the first round and you still get a pick, 2 first-round picks next year in what's supposed to be what Binkley has called one of the best drafts this century, maybe the best draft this century. Like, that to me sounds kind of smart.
I'm in love with that move, and I would always trade back if you're a team like the Chiefs, because they did for a while. I mean, there was a while there they didn't have any first-round picks. Brett was wheeling and dealing and moving out of the first round and, trading those picks back. And if the right person isn't there at 9 and somebody is offering you a chance to move down to their first-round pick this year and give you a first-round pick next year, which that may be asking a lot, but if you can secure another first-round pick in 2027, I absolutely bounce out of number 9. I 1,000% do it because I'm with you. That's the first thing I thought of was Binkley yesterday going, that 27 draft is going to be unbelievable when it comes to the talent level because of how many kids stayed in school an extra year because of the NIL. They're getting more seasoning. They're becoming better players. And now that draft in 2027 is going to be just absolutely outstanding. Yeah, that is the smart move. But you got to have a dance partner, too. Everybody's kind of looking at the board, and, you've got to have somebody who is desperate that needs that player that they could have at number 9. Who that team is now, I don't know.
It just gives me the opinion that, this next year doesn't matter. And I don't know why I think that way. And I understand that, the conversation you two are having is about, developing long-term, staying cheap, but staying also relevant. But, I'm also selfish, and I want the splash hits for this year because I don't want to miss the playoffs again with Patrick Mahomes, my quarterback, at the age of 31.
Yeah, I totally get that.
And
that
doing
makes
this
sense.
kind of makes you're putting more of that pressure on Patrick Mahomes. Well, you can bring in these young guys, and we can build for the future because we still have Pat. Because as we said, you still have a quarterback with cap hit, and obviously you're going to fluctuate that. But I'm ready to see maybe it's okay to give Patrick Mahomes a helping hand. Yeah. It's okay to not miss the playoffs again. I don't want to have a team that's we're really building up for 2027, even though there are some reports saying that could be the case. But again, that can't be the case when you have a quarterback this effing good at the age of 30 years old. Yeah, in my opinion.
We've been talking about this since we came back from Christmas break. I told you guys that on the first day back. 2027 was going to be the year. You don't have a wash year. But I will say this. The New England Patriots never had an off year. The only one was when Brady hurt his knee, and they still won 11 games that year, and then they didn't make it into the postseason. Yeah. They never had an off year. So you don't have to have an off year if you have done everything right. Now, obviously, there are some things that have fallen through the cracks. We all know that. There's areas that need to be fixed on this team. And to ask somebody to go 20-plus years with never having a losing record, I mean, that's remarkable what New England did. And it's hard to ask for that. But you can't be 6-11 again next year. You've got to show those signs of progress that all these young guys are getting better. So when 2027 does roll around, you're ready to go. And so that's kind of where I am on that. I expected this year to kind of be, I hate to use the term how do you step back from 6-11, but I don't think it's going to be a Super Bowl year. I think it's going to be a team that is in it all season long, but I don't think this is a team where you should go into next season with the expectation that they're going to win the Super Bowl. 2027, you can have that expectation.
One word.
First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No.
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fesco and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin. Yeah, we'll have to go back and discuss some of that. There's some good talking points over there. We spent too much time talking about my awesome Celtics. Baylor Scheinman, Dusty, you would have remembered him from last year. He was awesome with Creighton for a couple of years there with Coach McDermott.
And then also Sunday night, Cavs, Celtics.
I know.
Prime time.
Maybe
Will
Tatum's
LeBron be playing for Cleveland then?
Will Harden be playing for Cleveland?
That's a better question, yeah.
He was...
And he's
playing
hurt.
great. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so he
great.
could just flame out in the playoffs, though. I mean,
Of course. All right. There's a lot of lists coming out on the WBC. This from BetMGM. At least this one has Bobby Witt in the top 10. I just saw one this morning that didn't have Bobby Witt Jr. listed as a top 10 player in the WBC. How about this, though, from BetMGM? Shohei 1, Judge 2, Skeens, Skubal, Soto 5, Vladimir Guerrero 6, Bobby Witt Jr. 7. One word.
I mean, the list of players is amazing, though.
It ends with, just to end it, it ends with Yamamoto, Cal Raleigh, and Acuna. Pretty good.
Pretty good. It says on the BetMGM, Team USA is stacked for the WBC, and then we immediately have Shohei Ohtani as the best player on the list. So he's not Team USA. Juan Soto is not Team USA. Vlad Guerrero is not Team USA. So you're basically saying that Bobby Witt is the second best player for Team USA, and I'm not counting the pitchers and Skeens and Skubal. So he's second best behind Aaron Judge. I would put him ahead of Juan Soto. I'd put him ahead of the pitchers. I'd probably have him Shohei. I'd probably have Judge. I'd probably have Bobby Witt. Those are your top three, however you want to put them in order. Juan Soto being at number 5 is...
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's one of those players that's a stat sheet stuffer. But he doesn't have any accolades to show for it, like no championships or anything like that.
He won a World Series.
Oh, that's right. He did.
At the age of 20.
That's right, in Washington.
And won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
If you're a box score watcher, though, that is something that, Soto.
Yeah.
Soto's top 5.
But he's not 3.
No, he's not. No, I think he may
No,
be.
I think you're top. I think maybe you spend too much time on this. We could always go back. I think it's Ohtani. I think it's Judge. I think it's Skeens. I think it's Bobby, and I think it's Soto.
Okay, you put Skeens ahead as a pitcher.
I do.
Okay.
We'll stick with WC real quick. Jazz Chisholm's Great Britain's captain.
Hilarious.
It's just
That's
hilarious.
great.
Jazz
I love it.
Chisholm.
Yeah.
One word.
Funny.
Chisholm.
Cream City.
And then just the old man.
Nailed it. Hacking off the...
I know, I got to clear my
My
throat
days,
here.
man.
Yeah, I'm done.
That was so good. One word. Oh, that was perfect, Bob. One word. Early Coach of the Year odds here from PFF. They are out.
Uh-oh.
John Harbaugh leading the way, plus 500. How about Jesse Minter for Harbaugh's former team, the Ravens? New coach Jesse Minter, plus 750. Those are your early favorites. One word.
Yeah, the one that I liked is that Andy was not last this year. He's kind of last. I think those are Vegas is the word because I think they're going to get a lot of money on people picking Jim Harbaugh to be coach of the year or John Harbaugh to be coach of the year because high-profile move, high-profile city, obviously, and everybody's going to be focused on the Giants and John Harbaugh this year. So that's a Vegas move right there to give him the best odds to get coach of the year.
My one word is Monken. Right? He's in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Kevin Stefanski won it twice. Todd Monken is now the head coach in Cleveland. Boy, if he can get Shedeur to get him 7 wins, they'll praise him in this award. I'd love to know what his odds are because I will run to the book and put down Todd Monken as my coach of the year.
Who do you think gets the starting quarterback job in Cleveland, Watson or Sanders?
Well, Max says he has reports on sources saying that they're pretty sure they're going to go to Watson.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. We talked about it before the show just randomly. I was hearing a couple podcasts yesterday that, Watson's going to start the season for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I told him Monken's going to walk behind Myles Garrett in the first day of practice like Bud Kilmer and Bud Kilmer and Varsity Blues going, go ahead and take his ass out.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That check will clear. You know what I mean?
That's just bad.
It doesn't matter what you do with him. You've already guaranteed him all his 260 plus million, whatever it is. Just get him out.
How much longer is that contract around for? Because I just saw one with A.J.
Forever.
Brown. If the Eagles trade A.J. Brown, they got a $43 million cap hit this year. How are they going to trade A.J. Brown?
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
And if they cut him, it's a $72 million cap hit. They're not cutting him, obviously.
They're trading him, or they're just going to be like,
not at a $43 million cap hit, they're not.
We'll talk about it later, but Deebo Samuel will probably be cut and be a free agent as well. Another name to keep an eye on for wide receivers. Back to baseball here. Forgot this. Major League Baseball will expand its spring breakout of games involving top prospects. So they're going to have a tournament of prospects for spring breakout that it will be starting next year.
Well,
Well, exactly.
Well, no, the minor leaguer, that's why they're doing it.
Yes, this could be impacted by a possible lockout, but they're still going to be able to do it. One word on a spring breakout tourney.
So the lockout, here are the rules of the lockout. So you got to watch this year if you're a baseball fan and you're wondering why your favorite prospect is not being called up. If you were on the 40-man roster this year, you are going to be part of the lockout. If you're not on the 40-man roster, the minor leagues will still be going and still be playing.
Correct.
So this is telling you already Major League Baseball is planning for a lockout. I talked to some people over the weekend. It's pretty unanimous that there will be a lockout. Now, will there be games missed? That's the question we don't know the answer to, right? A lockout will start like December 1st. Nobody's paying attention to baseball at that point in time, but there will be no free agent signings and all that kind of stuff until the lockout's over. But the minor league players that are not on your 40-man roster are not governed by this. So their seasons will be going on next year. They will start as normal next year, and that's why they're doing this Prospect Spring Breakout Series, because they're planning right now for no baseball next year except minor leaguers, and they want to give us something. So my one word is prepare, and that's what Major League Baseball is doing. But they're also telling you, when somebody's telling you to your face what's going to happen, take them at their word. There's going to be a lockout, and this is Major League Baseball getting ahead of it.
Yeah, it's fun would be my one word, I think. Now, again, you're looking at the class of prospects before this one. Like Connor Griffin wouldn't be there. No. All these guys that you're wanting to see come up, like I'm forgetting the guy's name in Detroit, but like guys like that wouldn't be on there. So, I mean, but it would still be fun.
Absolutely, yeah.
Gives you something.
And then real quick, Miami of Ohio, 60% chance right now they are 29-0, 60% chance of making the NCAA tournament. Yep, but only a 36% chance at the auto bid for winning the MAC conference. Despite a 24-5 record, Akron is actually ranked higher by BPI and has a higher chance for the conference title. One word on Miami of Ohio, possibly not making the tournament at an undefeated record.
Yeah, tough. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, and Bruce Pearl was the guy who came out and started to say that, and they were blaming nepotism. He went on Barstool yesterday and said, it's not nepotism for me. It's just the way that it works. I mean, this is the deal with mid-majors. You got to win your league's tournament in order to guarantee yourself the opportunity to get in. One slip-up by Miami of Ohio, they'll kick them out of the matrix.
Yeah, if anybody knows anything about nepotism, it should be Bruce Pearl. I am going to retire. We start.
That's what he was talking about, though, because people are saying he's only saying that because his kid's at Auburn and they're on the bubble, and he's going, "This is not nepotism here." You know,
I retire. We start the season in a week. My son's the coach. Have a good time. No, one word on that is, shocking. You go undefeated and you have to win your tournament just to get in.
That's why we got to make these seasons matter more. If we're going to force 30 games down everybody's throat, make them matter for something for these mid-majors. Like, maybe if you want to take your Power Fives and use the conference tournament, but, like, you as a league, if you're the mid-major leagues, you should be able to determine who gets your automatic bid.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Why not? Or if you're a mid-major, like, we're going to have the conference tournament and all, but we want to make sure that, like, these guys like Miami of Ohio get rewarded for going 29-0 over the course of the season. And so maybe they have an opportunity to change it up where the mid-majors can tell the selection committee, hey, we got to include a MAC team. Who do you guys want in? And that's the team that we want in. And then the league selects the team. And then, of course, you're going to get all fighting behind the scenes and all that kind of stuff, too. So there's no great way to look at it.
No doubt. Kevin McGonigal. That's who I was thinking of for Detroit. By the way, for the text line saying, can you tell me what day opening day is for the Royals? It is March 27th in Atlanta. That is a Friday at 6:15. So you'll get Josh Vernier, at least I know of as of now, 1 hour before game at 5 o'clock here on 96.5 The Fan. Josh Vernier, Royals Insider, Hot Stove Show this Thursday. But coming up on the other side, is betting on baseball a regular part of your fan experience and an athletic MLB fan survey? We dive into that next year on 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Royals.
Fesco and Dusty.
Every Hardee's is closed. Well, that
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Hop in a John Deere Gator XUV for a day's work. Let's see what's on the to-do list. There goes the tree. And the fence. Not a problem. Because you've got a cargo box filled with solutions. Up to 4,000 pounds of towing capacity. And you're ready to roll.
The power's out!
Here we go again. the Gator XUV, built for every kind of workday. Learn more at johndeere.com/Gator XUV. Nothing runs like a deer.
DQ presents the Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve. Plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Liberty Mutual customized this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
Hey guys, it's Cody and Golden. Learning the skills is only part of the journey. And over at Centric, turning those skills into a career is where people need the most support. And with Centric's 4-month IT program built around something different, a clear career pathway.
And that's where Centric's career services team comes in. They're going to help coach you through the resume building, interview preparation, and guidance, along with a real entry-level IT job with local employers. And if you're serious about making that career move, you got to just talk to our friend Russ Mondry and schedule that career pathway call. Go to Centric.com for more.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
East side 70 westbound heavy from Manchester traffic way out to Van Brunt with construction. 435 southbound gets heavy at I-70. Stays pretty slow down past Raytown Road. Kansas side 435 southbound pretty heavy around Johnson Drive. Stays that way down towards Midland with construction. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan traffic.
All right, so let's have a little conversation real quick about Mac Morey, who could have some really interesting video opportunities this next week. Because you're going to be out there
Mac's
at the Big 12 tournament, correct?
Heck yeah, can't wait.
Okay, so
Next week.
as you said today, if Kansas wins tonight, they assure themselves a 2 game bye, so they would play Thursday, right? They're showing at T-Mobile right now, or yesterday, there's a lot of media members out there watching them, because we talked about how the court's going to be interchangeable. They're going to be able to do things. Mac, I'm going to need you to tell me when and if it happens, the internet thinks for a fact that somebody, like a college student, is going to hack into this floor. And put something inappropriate on the floor.
I love it. Yes, absolutely. It's going to happen. Yeah, it is absolutely going to happen.
You're shaking your head like, no way.
Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely.
we never thought they were going to be throwing,
yeah,
pickles
exactly.
on the basketball court at one point.
My
in our
daughter
lives.
came home from a high school game the other day. She goes, "Dad, they threw one of those on the." I go, "Oh my god!"
At a high school game?
Yes.
Whether to steal from their parents?
I don't know.
Imagine
man.
that process. That's like the new
Steal
Sandlot.
from your parents, just order it on Amazon. 1,000 boxes show up a day. Nobody knows what's in any of those things.
It's not signed by Babe Ruth. It's like signed by, I don't know, Johnny Sins.
What was I listening to the
You
other
don't
day?
understand. I got to get that back.
They were talking about hacking something, and somebody got. I'm like, people hack everything now. So yeah, I mean, it's foolish to think that it won't happen to the to the court. I think it would be awesome. I'm rooting for that, actually.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, that's just the opinion, because it is kind of cool how they have every team is
it's
loaded in,
incredible.
so they can just flash it throughout the court. But
No,
yeah,
it's sick.
Reddit College Football says there is a 99.9% chance a college student is going to hack this in the middle of a game.
Yep, I can't wait for that. Who was the guy? Was it some NFL GM's kid that got in trouble? Was it Joe Shane's kid or something last year that got in trouble for saying who the Giants were going to pick? Or there was.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they leaked it?
Something like that did happen.
Yeah.
Yes. Was it the Giants?
I think so. I think it was with Jackson Dart and Joe Shane's kid
Okay.
talking about
Yeah.
it or something of that nature. I know there was
remember that,
something
yeah.
Well, at least it
that
worked out.
happened.
Yeah, at least it's good.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. But this hacking of the court could be fun. I
No,
can't
that would be
wait,
fun.
yeah.
No. I can't wait to go cover the Big 12. And I hope Big 12 commissioner, I doubt that we'll actually get time with him, but I really want to talk to Brett Yormark, because he was in charge of getting those courts, and he's in charge of the reason that Big 12 is killing it the way they are in basketball.
Well, you
and in
should
football.
look back at his resume and what he's
yeah,
done.
I have.
mean, he's he
He's
basically
the man.
Yeah, he's built the Brooklyn Nets from ground up. I
Yes.
know some people that work for him. Very intense is the word that I'll use, but it got a lot of great ideas. And he's taken the Big 12 from your grandpa's league that was all warm and cuddly in the Midwest and doing things that nobody ever would have expected
Exactly.
before, and getting the Big 12 out of their comfort zone, which I think is very important. The other thing that I do like about him is he came in with his mind made up that Kansas City was not going to be the place for the Big 12 tournament, and then came here and went, no, Kansas City is the place for the Big 12 tournament. And that's somebody who had their mind made up, but actually let the evidence tell them otherwise. And I do appreciate people who are able to have their minds change and their thinking changed by stuff like that, because he was going to move to Vegas or probably played on the moon or something like that, that they're doing these days. But he came here and went, no, we're not moving this thing ever again. This is staying right here in Kansas City, because there's no better conference tournament than ours.
So it's no secret that people have now kind of branched out in sports betting, right? Legal in Missouri, legal in Kansas, legal in a lot of states. And
is it 38 now?
I think when people gamble to start, right? Like maybe it's kind of like if you go to the casino, like you start off on like the penny slots, and then you run into your friend Greg, and like a year later, you're like, you go to the blackjack table. Okay, all right, you stepped your. Oh, I play that. I play Pai Gow. I play Baccarat. All this. You're like, dude, we were playing penny slots with the little leprechaun guy in the corner for like the last year. Now you're advanced. And maybe that's the way sports gambling is, because you found this survey on The Athletic about, is betting on baseball a regular part of your fan experience? And the results are kind of astonishing.
Astonishing, like stunning for me, okay?
6.5% said yes.
Yeah, and they surveyed 14,200. So it's a pretty big survey that responded. 93.5%, to do the math, said no, that betting on baseball is not part of the regular fan experience. I was shocked by that number. I thought it would be, I don't even know what I thought. Maybe a 70-30. I still don't think everybody is gambling, right? I think it is still a smaller portion of the sports fan, but not that small. I mean, that's just a crazy number to me, that only 6.5% of baseball fans look at betting on baseball as a regular part of their game. And then they said, what about the sanctity of the game or whatever? 72% of the people have issue with gambling because it does affect the quote-unquote sanctity of the game. I'd like to see if The Athletic did that same survey with football fans and what that number would be, because for so many years and generations, it was beaten into our head that gambling was verboten in Major League Baseball.
Do it as your poll question locally on Wednesday. sports betting part of your regular fan experience for football?
Yeah.
And I bet you'd be surprised that the number will be lower than you think.
You think so?
I do.
Really?
Yes. I think that the demographic for voting is not as big as we think, but I think the numbers that skew that are how many times people bet, but what is that demographic? Because I can tell you, I'm not speaking for him, but I know Gold will very rarely bet baseball.
Yeah.
Like his favorite bets are like unders at no run first innings. So the NRFI, right? Like you see on opening day, you'll see a lot of those bets in baseball because it'll be like Skeens versus their ace or Reagan's versus Chris Sale, right? You're like, okay, both these are lefties. They're pretty good. I could see this game being like 2-0, and both guys are going to be on their A game to start the game. 0-0 first inning, no run first inning, and I'll bet the under that the whoever wins 2-1, and you hit that. Baseball is a little bit different than football, whereas like there's more than, I guess, there are pitchers can affect the way the game is, and baseball is more than just. I think more people watch football from their house, whereas I think more people enjoy going to a baseball game. When you talk about fan experience, I don't know if this is like while you're at the game or during the actual game time, because with my fan experience, I would say that it is a part of mine because obviously the degenerate in me loves to sports bet because I think I know what I'm doing. But like, does that start before I head to the game? Because if I know I'm going with a group of people and we're going to have a few dogs and brews in the parking lot, I'm going to take care of my bet before I go. Right? Like I'm going to say, oh, we got Noah Cameron on the mound. Okay. Over 5.5 strikeouts, Bobby Witt Jr. over 2.5 bases. Sweet. My bet's in. It's locked. I don't have to worry about it anymore. But does that count necessarily as my fan experience, or does it have to be like when I'm at the game?
So this is interesting. I just asked Gemini, I said, how many, what would you say, what percentage of sports fans gamble on the NFL? And it says overall participation, approximately 25 to 35% of the general adult NFL fan base in the U.S. is estimated to place at least one bet during the season. So you're 25 to 35%. Now, this is interesting to me. At the end, it says fans that have a second screen of viewing, 70% of those fans are gambling.
Yeah.
So if it's your phone, if it's another screen, TV, whatever it is, tablet, those folks, 7 out of 10 gambling when they use that. But I guess 25 to 35%, maybe I thought it would be higher than that. I don't know, but I just really thought that was a low percentage. But I think the baseball fan is so against gambling because of Pete Rose and the Black Sox and all these stories that we've heard for a whole, like all the gambling stories in baseball and all the anti-gambling stuff that we've heard about Major League Baseball. I think it's kind of have the baseball fan saying, nah, we're not gambling. They don't want it in their league. And so the average baseball fan does not look at that as part of what they do. Football, different story.
I think that's great for baseball. I think that's fantastic. One, I think it means the fans actually like the game. I think they like baseball. So many football fans, they like football because it's red zone and because they can gamble on it.
Yeah.
Because they touchdowns and they know the names, Amon-Ra St. Brown, McCaffrey, and they can do it very easily. No runs first inning. NRFIs, 70% of our listeners didn't know what Dusty meant until he said no runs first innings. So they don't bet baseball, right? They don't even know what that means. So, one, I think people like the game. And two, I think more and more betting is going to be seen as a negative in sports. It's going to increase speculation. It's going to increase advertisements and endorsements and get rid of actual game time, court time, ball in play sort of moments. So, yeah, I think this is actually great for baseball.
That's a great take by you. I didn't even think of it from that standpoint that baseball fans actually like the sport. They're watching the sport. They're not there because of the fantasy or the gambling. And, yeah, that's an interesting take on that one, yeah.
Yeah, somebody says on TikTok, I think baseball is the only sport I don't bet on. I mean, it's not popular to be betting on baseball. It's just, you just never know, man. Like, the pitcher could just be in that day or, it's just not, and I don't know. There's just more, I think, relative stats in football than it is for like, oh, I think that guy's going to score a touchdown.
Right, exactly.
I think that guy can get 40 yards.
Exactly.
Baseball, it's like
simpler.
Baseball, it's
Very
like, do you think this guy can get 2.5 bases? Well, does a walk count? Does not. And you're like, okay, I'm out.
I remember my first baseball bet. I got burned on that the first time I did it. I'm like, oh, so-and-so, sure. Oh, he had like 4 walks and they don't count. And I'm like, that stinks. That should, maybe it shouldn't. I don't know. But that's where it is in baseball. Football, it's easy. Touchdown, point spread. We've all gambled on football from the time we've come out of the womb, right? Elementary school, at least in Jersey.
Fantasy fantasy football is 100% gambling on football.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
You're paying money to join a
Yeah.
league to draft guys that you think will produce. You're putting money into your book account to see if that guy will produce.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people probably play more fantasy football than they do fantasy baseball.
No doubt.
100%.
Yeah.
Sheila in sales is going to play fantasy football because she watches a lot of football. You want to play fantasy baseball rotisserie league, Sheila? No. Coming up next, Bob's Bonehead of the Week here on 96.5 The Fan. You're home for Kansas City sports.
You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about.
This is voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson, and you're listening to Fesco and Dusty on your home for K-State Athletics, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Drewski.
Let's do a triangle formation. I'm in front.
With a center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
You got it at T-Mobile.
But switching takes forever.
Not anymore. Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Focus, people. Nail your pose.
And you get a new iPhone 17 on them.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Yes way, guys. Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
I'm grabbing my phone and switching to T-Mobile right now.
Get back, Harvey. We're taking a... let's go again, y'all.
With 24 monthly bill credits, finance agreement, 256 gigabytes, $830, eligible trade-in, example iPhone 13 and new qualifying line, $60 plus per month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees. For well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. $800 via virtual prepaid card. Card typically takes 15 days after rebate submission, no cash access, and card expires in 6 months. Check out in 15 minutes per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Is your garage door too loud and whining for help? Overhead Door Company of Kansas City will make it all better. They will perform their full 26-task garage door tune-up for just $79. That's just $79 for up to 3 garage doors and openers. You need this done once a year, so why not now? And for just $79. Call Overhead Door Company of Kansas City at 816-221-0072 or schedule online at overheaddoorkc.com.
There's nothing like the sound of Royals baseball. When the boys in blue take the field, loyal fans tune in, turn it up, and stay connected. And where do Kansas City's most passionate sports fans gather? Right here on 96.5 The Fan. Sports fans are loyal fans. They support the teams they love and the businesses that support their team. If you're ready to grow your business and connect with a dedicated, engaged audience, call 816-522-0444 or email greg.bergen@odyssey.com. That's greg.bergen@odyssey.com.
In Kansas, truth is told in speed. Wide open, full bore, and no mercy. Season momentum earned 3 and 4 wide. Loud, intense, inches predicting outcomes. Blink and miss.
They bang sideways.
What just happened? Pure speed whipping across the plains.
Hell yeah, boys!
NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, April 18th and 19th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. If you have breast, head and neck, or brain cancer, proton therapy may be a better treatment than conventional radiation. Don't wait. Get your second opinion at Kansas City Proton Institute. Come see Kansas City's largest, most experienced, and most advanced proton therapy team. Learn more at kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
This hour is brought to you by State Water Heater and Reeves Weideman online at rwco.com. Need a water heater? State Water Heaters has the solution. The Adapt Gas Tankless Water Heater with X3 scale prevention delivers efficient, on-demand hot water with no annual maintenance and may qualify for money-saving utility rebates. Ask your plumber for State at Reeves Weideman. Visit rwco.com or statewaterheaters.com.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
East side 70 westbound heavy past 435. Stay slow to Van Brunt. 435 southbound slow from 40 highway down past Stadium Drive with an accident. Kansas side 435 southbound solid from K32 to Shawnee Mission Parkway with construction. Alan Carr 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Hey Royals fans, it's Vern and the Hot Stove Show is back Thursday night starting at 6 o'clock right here on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
By the way, going back to your Jackson Dart phone call thing, Way off. It was the Atlanta's like son, the CEO of Atlanta's like college kids, and they prank called Shedeur Sanders.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's right.
So shout out text line for that, because once they said it was, yeah.
Or Joe Shane's kids showing videos. I totally forgot about the Shedeur Sanders prank. Yeah, so if that's happening, you know that court is going to get hacked.
Because they got, what was it? The owner's like numbers got stolen from his son.
From his son in college. That's right. Now it's all starting to come back
you ready
together.
To be a Falcon? Hell yeah, man, ready to go. Just kidding, you suck, dude. Bye.
They like FaceTimed him.
Oh yeah.
So bad.
And everybody got mad about it. It's like, what would you do? You got prank call situation. Admit defeat.
Yeah, exactly. Chalk it up and tip your cap. Hey, you got me. Congratulations.
If you're gonna make that persona as Shedeur Sanders has done, you gotta reap the benefits and the non-benefits of it. So,
right.
I mean, you put yourself in that position.
That's fantastic.
Tuesday, 8:00, Bonehead time.
Bob's Boneheads.
You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. So, you guys are familiar with Magic City in Atlanta, right? World famous
wings.
Yeah.
Wings, allegedly, right? World famous. Well, it's a strip club, right?
It is.
And so, the Atlanta Hawks, which you mentioned, are a meh franchise at best. The bonehead for me is the franchise, and we'll tell you why here in a second. Because they're running a promotion on March 16th celebrating Magic City to honor the iconic cultural institution.
I know that I'm hard. Cream City.
The Hawks will pay tribute to the Adult Entertainment Club with exclusive merchandise, Magic City's famous lemon pepper wings, and a halftime performance by Atlanta native T.I. Luke Cornett will not be playing in the game since he's not on the Hawks or Magic. However, he posts on a blog that he finds this to be a disrespectful promotion. While I don't get myself all worked up over a strip club promotion, I do know how the world works. And if you're the Atlanta Hawks, what are you gaining by having this promotion with the strip club? Because now what you're going to be doing is damage control for the next 2 weeks, and you probably will end up canceling this promotion because it will get out of control. The pressure will be out there from the public. The social media pressure will start to develop. The national media pressure will start to develop. And the Atlanta Hawks most likely will cancel this event that they're having in less than 2 weeks to celebrate Magic City. I mean, could you imagine if, like, the Royals rolled out, like, Totally Nudes Night or Diamond Joe's Night? Or, I mean, like, I've never heard of anything like this. I understand Magic City is very popular, and that one guy went there during COVID to get the wings and got in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
that was awesome. Lou Williams, I think it was.
Lou Williams.
Yes.
Lou! So he's there getting his lemon pepper
Needed his lemon pepper wings, man.
Oh, yeah. I've never had the lemon pepper wings at Magic City. Has anybody in the room had them? Anybody on the text line ever had them before? Are they that good? I just want to know. Because next time I'm in Atlanta, I'll try them.
Carrington's had them.
I'll try the wings and the breasts.
Yeah, exactly. Their chicken is very, very good. So I just think, if you're a sports franchise, coming up with a big promotional night to feature a strip club, probably not in your best interest.
Yeah, interesting.
I don't want to sound like a prude here, but the fallout that you're going to have to deal with on this is just probably not something as a franchise that is literally meh that you really want to deal with.
Yeah, I'm struggling to see, like,
what's the win here? What's the game?
Yeah, what's the win? I guess, like, we're talking about it. Social media went viral. People are discussing the Hawks. Any publicity is good publicity. Like,
but where does this lead to?
Exactly.
Right? Because in 5 minutes it'll be over. And
exactly.
Are you giving out free lemon pepper wings? Are you going to have entertainment in between periods?
T.I.'s cool.
Tip Harris.
T.I. at half. Not bad.
But like at timeouts,
The
so you can
rubber
have
band
dancers.
Yeah, there you
Ladies
go.
and gentlemen, get your greenbacks out. The Magic City Dancers take the court.
Well, do you remember how much scrutiny KU got when they had Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
they were
right.
Like, they were like, there were stripper poles, there was money guns.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
the whole
Smelled
place
weed.
smelled like a skunk got loose.
That's right. I remember that. And I rolled my eyes at those folks. I'm like, come on, it was Snoop Dogg. What did you expect when you bring Snoop Dogg in? This is what you're going to get.
I'm like, Kathy, you got a contact out. You got a little fun. You get a little, well, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
You had some fun out that thing.
It's funny because it says sports influence from Magic City is a popular spot for athletes, including Michael Jordan, and was famously visited by Lou Williams.
there it
in
is.
20
Lou! Lou Williams is the perfect person to visit that during COVID, right? Just kind of looking around like he was clueless. It was so good.
Everyone's in the bubble like, hey, where's Lou?
Because even Mendoza went to Magic City.
He did.
And he said, I literally only got the wings. And he's the only person in the history of mankind where everybody said, we believe it.
We probably do believe that, yeah. So, yeah.
816 says the wings were great, but it's a full menu. I had a filet and lobster.
Well,
Everything was great.
I will tell you, and this sounds ridiculous. We used to go to the strip clubs in St. Louis for business lunches all the time. The food was phenomenal. What? I'm not kidding you. The food was epically awesome at the strip clubs. Ask people who go to the Dirty Bird in Lawrence.
Well,
imagine being the second attraction. Like you're the ladies at the strip club, and yeah, you're the second attraction.
All
Because this guy says the food's actually the draw. The ladies kind of ancillary.
Could you imagine,
Crazy.
like, every dollar you get just has, like, seasoning on it? You're like, all right, this guy had buffalo. This guy had Hold on, honey. There you go.
But
Keep
yeah,
going.
in Sauget, Illinois, right across the river. I mean, you walk in there, everybody's in a suit having a business conversation, looking at papers, eating. There's your entertainment going. It was insane.
Yeah,
Crazy.
We had the Fantasy Ranch in college because it was
Oh,
on
yeah.
50 Highway between like 7 Highway exit and Warrensburg's
I used
exit.
to take rushies there in college.
And yeah, we had 30 case of Busch Light in the cooler, and then on Tuesdays they served the like middle school pizza, like the rectangular pizza.
Oh, no way.
And the people that took our IDs were easily 80. Straight up. I would not lie about that all my life.
Men or women?
It was a couple. I'm dead serious.
Awesome.
Martha, let's go. Okay, Bill, we're going to go at work today and take the IDs at the strip club.
Mm-hmm. It was, I mean, they did
Fantastic.
ID, stamp on the hand, walked in the back left next to the private rooms, whole table full of straight up squared pizza smashed. Miss Alexis, that was her name. That was the first love of my life.
What was the cover?
I think it was like $10.
$10 back in the day, because we had a place in Lawrence back in the day called Juicers, and it was only juice. It was a juice bar that they served, no
juice
booze
all over the place.
And so you started there, and then eventually you got older. There was the Outhouse, the Dirty Bird, that kind of stuff. So because they knew 18, and you could get college kids in,
You could get them in, yeah, because then they'd go.
And of course, what else are you gonna do, right?
Yep.
Well, I mean, there's other things.
What else are you gonna do?
We're on the verge of losing the text line.
Why?
So you're saying instead of glitter, they sprinkle seasoning on themselves?
Yes. You go home to your wife. Why do you smell like lemon pepper, Steve?
Someone says, Lou Williams is like you. He likes wings too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, way to go.
We're close.
Big Lou.
That's awesome.
And see, the best part about Fancy Ranch is you'd sit in there for like 30 minutes, go outside of your car, shotgun a brew, go right back in, show them the stamp.
I mean,
sit right back down.
Sit back down. Yeah, you didn't have to, pay to get back in. Max Falkenstein used to be at the Dirty Bird every Friday back in the day in Lawrence. I mean, it was outstanding. I mean, you'd see everybody in that place.
That's the other one.
Good food.
Wednesday nights. Tuesday was pizza. Wednesday was tacos.
Maller's got an item at the Dirty Bird.
Who does?
Ben Maller's got an item named for him at the Dirty Bird in
what's
Lawrence,
the
too.
name?
I think it's tenders as well.
Yeah, let's go, Ben. Get your chicken. Chicken.
It's chicken. It's chicken.
Awesome.
Ben Maller, the only person that has 2 different chicken tenders named after him, one at a strip club.
Hell yeah.
Flex.
It's calling in life when it's all said and done, and we love you, Ben. What was your biggest accomplishment? I had the Dirty Bird chicken tenders named after me.
Smash.
Neither good nor bad. Coming up next, how bad does the World Baseball Classic mean? That doesn't make sense. How bad do they want it? That means Team USA in this World Baseball Classic because they're going to need it more than Aaron Judge gave in that speech. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Hello, America.
You're
listening to Bob Fesco.
I'm surprised nobody punched him in the jaw yet.
And Dusty Likens.
He's a hoe, and I want that known.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
All right, my friends, my people over at Golden Oak Lending are awesome. We love the folks at Golden Oak Lending because when rates drop, they call us. And that happens to everybody who's a customer with Golden Oak Lending. And it all starts with a free mortgage checkup. It's something that I think is very important for every homeowner to take because you can find out if there's a lower rate out there that could save you money. We're all caught up in bills right now, right? The holidays just finished. You're paying off all of those bills. Spring break is here. Summer's on the horizon. You're always looking for ways to save some money, and having a free mortgage checkup with my friends over at Golden Oak is a way to go because it's risk-free. There's no paperwork or credit card required. It's just a conversation where you tell the folks at Golden Oak Lending what you want to accomplish and where you want to go in life, and then they'll get to work to see if they've got a mortgage that's better than the one that you're in. And if they do, great, you're on your way. If not, they'll say, hey, sit tight. Maybe in 6 months we'll get some lower rates for you. The average cash-out customer saves over $1,100 per month, and you'll go 2 months without having to make a mortgage payment when you refinance with Golden Oak Lending. So get in touch with them today and take that free mortgage checkup at 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD, and let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
DQ presents the Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve. Plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
When the cold sets in across KC, AB May is the trusted name for keeping your home warm, safe, and secure. From furnace repairs to system replacements, we deliver reliable solutions and unmatched care and professionalism. Whether it's a sudden breakdown or routine maintenance, AB May is here to help. Trusted by generations of Kansas City homeowners, we're committed to doing things the right way every time. Call AB May at 913-732-9993 or visit us at abmay.com.
Call your serviceman from AB May.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And TaxSlayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention TaxSlayer even has support from real US-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual in your truck, 'cause Birdie told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. I'll always trust in Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Looking for the best deal on TRT? Don't pay hundreds of dollars out of pocket or settle for a one-size-fits-all dose from your doctor just because they take your insurance. At Synergen X and Low T Center, you get powerful TRT dose for your body and covered by your insurance. Synergen X and Low T Center work with most insurance plans and customize each TRT for maximum effectiveness and safety. And this February, we're offering free testosterone tests and discounted peptides and GLP-1s to make getting your life back as easy as possible. Don't miss this opportunity. Go to SynergenX or LowTCenter.com and book today.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
East side, 435 southbound, heavy past 23rd, stays very slow down past Stadium Drive with an accident. 70 westbound slowing at 435, stays heavy into 31st Street with construction. 470 northbound with an accident at the 291 merge. Left lane block, delays from Douglas and Building. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Going through your mind?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Just the guys that are out here, the camaraderie I feel like we've already built, and just getting to represent these three letters across the chest means everything.
The fact that you already did this as a way youngster, what did that experience, how does it help you this go around?
Yeah, I think it brings more motivation just because of the outcome, but then also just knowing the energy, every inning, every game, play it like it's your last.
Mark DeRosa got up and spoke to the troops. What was that like?
Fired us up. It was awesome. And just kind of getting us going, just introducing everyone and just how everyone wants to be here. There's no one that's been asked and be like, I don't know. Everyone wants to be here, and it's a team game now, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I keep going back to the moment where Ohtani faced Trout, and you were sitting there watching that up close. Did that give you extra motivation, that moment there, to bring home the title to Team USA 3 years later?
Yeah, I don't think we need any more motivation just because we want to go out there and show what we're capable of. This team that we have is special, and we're going to go out there and have some fun.
That's awesome. That's Bobby Witt talking with MLB Network. Our USA Baseball insider, Gene Watson, advanced scout for Team USA, joins us from the clubhouse.
Yes!
That's exactly right. That was loud.
Put that in your ear and smoke it, Gene.
Hey, Gene, let's get started. How fired up is Team USA to kind of pick up what the hockey team did and bring another international championship to our country?
I literally got goosebumps listening to that clip, and I got to spend some time with Bobby yesterday. It was awesome. And I think the thing that's most surreal is, in your mind's eye, you look at the roster and, hey, we're going to be really good. And then you show up to the workout, and first of all, the number of national media was there. Now it feels like a World Series. Now it feels like an all-star game. And then you look at the coaching staff, and it's Andy Pettit and Mark DeRosa and Dino Evil and George Lombard, and you're like, my gosh, that's an all-star coaching staff. And then Paul Skeens walks out, and Derek Skubal walks out, and Bobby Witt Jr. walks out, and Aaron Judge walks out, and you're like, my God, this is really something special. So it was one of the cooler days I've ever had in baseball, and really looking forward to getting to Houston Thursday and getting this thing rolling.
Yeah, I think the best part, Gene, about this Team USA is, this won't be the first time a lot of these guys play together moving forward. Obviously Aaron Judge, I think, would be back in the next 4 years, but this is kind of like we're going to see a nucleus be built with this team, with the guys on this team. Like, you look at Skubal, you look at Skeens, you look at Bobby Witt Jr., you look at Cal Raleigh, guys like that are going to have a lot of chances to kind of represent the red, white, and blue for this team.
Yeah, and Roman Anthony, one of the best young players in the game. Pete Crow Armstrong, one of the best young players in the game. And I think what the coolest part of it is that the players have so much respect for putting that uniform on. And just to be a small part of it and do the advancing is I had dinner with the USA Baseball and Commissioner's Office on Saturday night and told them, just to be a small part of this is such an honor. And so, yeah, they're going to be built. I mean, it means a lot. I think a lot of people took the Shohei Mike Trout at bat personally. I know Aaron Judge spoke about it. yesterday, and they're going to be geared up to win this thing.
And so who's the biggest competition right now, Gene, for Team USA? It seems like they should be the favorites just based on roster. Who else is out there that we're like, okay, Team Japan, Team Italy, maybe who are you looking at?
Well, Japan is really good. We all know that when you talk about Yamamoto and Otani and Muni Murakami, who we signed this winter. They're going to be very, very tough. But, the Dominican, always very, very tough. Venezuela, always very, very tough. Do not count out Team Italy. They are scary, only because they have the type of offense that can score a lot of runs. And when you talk about, Vinny Pasquantino, Sam Antonacci, Jack Caglione, they've got a very potent lineup. And so there's going to be one team that kind of surprises everybody. Mexico, they're not bad. And when you get into a 7-game competition, you guys know baseball better than anybody. Anything can happen. And you get a team that gets hot and reels off a couple of wins, and now they start believing. It could be really good. But Team Italy is going to be tough. Japan, obviously, is going to be tough. So it's going to be a great tournament.
When you look at this tournament, do you think that – because it's interesting because a lot of these guys are teammates, but then when they put the country on the shirt – it's kind of like a different vibe. Do you ever notice that when it comes to like these guys when they're getting ready to play? Like, yeah, Cags and Bobby, they're friends and they love each other. But when those two play each other, there's no friendship, and I think that's what kind of makes this even better because then 2 weeks later they're all back to being friends again.
Yeah, well, there's nothing more a baseball player has in the world than personal pride and how they go about the game every day and play the game and the way they compete. And so, yes. This is very, very important to them, and I think you saw that in the last tournament with the Shohei Mike Trout at bat. I mean, Major League Baseball could not have set it up for anything better, and I was in the stadium that night, and those are the moments that last forever. So, yes, not knowing, how this thing can play out and what it's going to look like in 3, 5, 7 years, the personal pride of the player was what makes the competition so great.
Yeah, and it seems like, too, as we talk with Gene Watson, scout for Team USA, it just seems like that guys are embracing it a lot more. And for me, I didn't really get into it, the last time around, and I kicked myself for that. I'm like, I don't know why I didn't get into it. And now I'm ready to kind of buy in. It seems like the buy-in now by the players is even bigger than it's been before.
It is, and I think what makes that even more special is, the whole world watched Team USA beat Canada in hockey. And while this is somewhat of a different venue, there are some constraints that don't allow the very best of the best to play in this tournament, whether it's injury, not being insured, the contract size, not allowing them to be insured. Those are the things that you can't really control that the Olympics can. But I think coming off that hockey win, the country is going to be behind this event. And when you talk about where the events are, Tokyo, Houston, Miami, San Juan, these are global cities. And so, even in Phoenix here with the exhibitions beginning today and tomorrow, you've seen an uptick in the number of people that are at these games. And so it's only going to get bigger. It's going to move into pretty soon where Major League players are playing in the Olympics. And that's after that, this event's only going to get bigger from there.
Do you think Tarik Skubal regrets how he'll handle this year's World Baseball Classic when it's all said and done?
No, I don't think so, because it's really 7 games. And the most important thing, especially with where the Tigers are right now, I mean, the Tigers are trying to win a World Series, and they're capable of doing it. And so it's really important to get him on his schedule and get him prepared for opening day. And that begins, March 8th. And it's really only 7 games. So when you talk about Paul Skeens for 2 starts, Logan Webb for 2 starts, Tarik Skubal for 1, there's 5 of your 7 starters. And so you can massage the rotation the other 2 games, especially with the power that we have in the bullpen. Brad Keller being one of those, Gabe Spire being one of those. And so I don't think it's really that big of a deal. I think people have lost sight that it's really a 7-game exhibition.
Is this a tournament that would be better served in the midseason? Like, obviously hockey and the Olympics stopped down for 19 days. Could baseball do something like that in the middle of the season, kind of when the dog days are going on, to give the fans something exciting then?
I think that's something you're going to see tested with the Olympics in Los Angeles. I think after they get that 6-7 day test, because that's really all it is 6-7 day test of the Olympics. I think once they see that, what the residual is on the players coming back from the break, there's a chance you could see even more things other than this being midseason.
What USA player can benefit the most from success in this World Baseball Classic?
Oh man, that's a good one. they're also good. I mean, Roman Anthony's going to be a star. He's come so fast. Like for him, he hit the big home run in Yankee Stadium for the Red Sox. For him to have a big tournament, I think that's one that could really take off. And hey, we're not too far off from Connor Griffin being in this thing. And when that happens, the Team USA is really going to be solid. But I think Roman Anthony, just how quickly he burst on the scene for the Red Sox, and he's going to be one of our bright young stars in the game. Pico Armstrong's another one that they're younger players. They're going to benefit. That's the other thing that is so great about this thing is like younger players are to be around other stars. They just learn. So it's a player's game, and that's never going to change. And so when you're allowed to be around these star power players, on the airplanes, at the airports, competing with them in the heat of battle, you just learn so much, and they're going to take that back to their teams and their camps, and it's going to be a huge benefit for them when they do.
All right, before we let you go, little known fact, Pete Crow Armstrong was the manager in Little Big League.
Okay.
False.
What?
False.
No, it's the truth. Look it up.
No. His mom was the mom in Little Big League.
Yeah, well, that was close enough. Enjoy Team USA, Gene.
Okay, guys, take care.
Talk to you.
Later, buddy.
Get you fired up, man. Like that's kind of cool to see all the players together, learning from each other. And that's the one thing that, we kind of didn't take away from that is now you're moving away from your team, but now you're going to hang out for the next week or so with all-stars, right? And you guys are all on one team together, pick each other's brains a little bit to see, how you do things, how this guy may do things, how that guy may do things. And so I just think it's good all the way around. I've really come around to this, Dusty, from where it was a couple of years ago. I'm now kind of all in on this World Baseball Classic.
Has Aaron Judge never played for Team USA?
I swear, wasn't he there last time?
Well, I was trying to figure out because I was kind of trolling a little bit because Aaron Judge never shows up in big situations.
Right.
So I just Google searched Aaron Judge World Baseball Classic stats based on current information leading into the 2026 season. Aaron Judge is set to make his debut for Team USA in the 2026 World Baseball Classic.
Wow.
He was named captain on April 14th. But no prior World Baseball Classic stats for him.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Maybe he was out because he was coming off an injury.
Oh, he may have been injured.
Ago.
Yeah, there's a really good chance with that. Yeah.
Your odds, they can shift, but this is where I've seen him the most consistent. USA, according to any book you want to go to, but USA minus 110, Japan plus 330, the Dominican Republic plus 450, and Venezuela plus 900, followed by Puerto Rico plus 1800, Mexico plus 2200, Canada plus 5,000, South Korea plus 6,500, and then Team Italy at plus 8,000.
Wow. What did you say Great Britain was?
Right.
I don't think I heard that name.
They got Jazz.
They got Jazz. Yes, again. Cream City for that, right?
Just fine.
But who else they got?
Great Britain?
Yeah.
You'd probably be surprised.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, wow, I guess I never thought of it. It'd be like some pitcher you'd never seen or ever heard.
Hell, I had no idea Keller was on Team USA.
Yeah.
He was fantastic last year.
Yeah, fantastic might be high, but he was good, right? I mean, Cubs came up in big moments. Great Britain's roster and staff. Gary Hill, Brandon Beck, Tristan Beck, so they must have brothers. I'm not seeing any names that really shoot out other than Jazz Chisholm, Nate Eaton. You've heard of him before, I'm sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nick Ward, I don't know who that is. No, I have no idea other than those two guys, so they'll get beat. But I do think it's interesting that I asked him about who could be an athlete that could really excel from the World Baseball Classic. Now knowing that Aaron Judge has never played in this, boy, if he shows up big, that could give him some confidence if the Yankees ever get into that situation where he has to have a big moment in like a big high-rise game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the other name outside of Roman Anthony, because I don't know how many people outside of Boston and outside of maybe a few in New York after the home run he mentioned, because that was a killer of a shot for a young kid in Boston, but outside of the card game either, I think the answer is Bobby Witt Jr.
I don't disagree with that.
And I know that sounds homerish and biased, but Bobby Witt Jr., what he did in that home run derby and that little blip of a night where I think a lot of people were maybe kind of captivated by what he could present, because you think, Bobby Witt Jr., 6-foot shortstop, 185 pounds, whatever. But then you see how he's an actual ball player.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously, the hype around him. He's ranked in Major League Baseball as the third best player, only behind Judge and Ohtani, two giants. And best positional player, plays one of the most, high praise positions and made highlight after highlight last year. Gold Glove winner, Silver Slugger winner, has done the base stealing, the home runs, the power, all that stuff in Kansas City. And the only time he ever really got time to shine was 2 years ago in that playoff, and he was nowhere to be found against the Yankees. Had a couple of moments against Baltimore in a very boring series.
Yeah.
But this is one of those things where Bobby Witt Jr. is going to lead off. So the first time you see somebody for Team USA hit, it could be Bobby Witt Jr. And if he sends that thing a piss missile to left field, we're locked in, and everybody's going to be like, I remember how the World Baseball Classic started. Bobby Witt Jr. led the game off with a home run. And if he does excel in this, everyone who might already know Bobby Witt Jr., now everyone will like Bobby Witt Jr. because here's his biggest caveat to his whole thing. He plays for the Royals. He does not go back home to Boston. He does not go back to the Dodgers. He does not go to the Yankees. Like, you know what? Little small market guy, baller. No, he's been good. MVP caliber player. Yeah, Bobby Witt Jr. I'm a big fan now, and that brings that attractiveness to his name, and I think he can thrive most because Judge is already there, right? Like, so Cal Raleigh's already there, I think, because all the home runs and the big dumper
his name,
nickname.
Big Dumper, yeah.
So I think those guys are there, and Bobby Witt Jr. is there, but unanimously like a certified superstar nationwide. This could really benefit him in this tournament.
Well, it could also set him up for the MVP as well of Major League Baseball, or the American League, I should say, because, a lot of the time we've got our predetermined notions going into the season that a lot of these awards are this guy's to lose. And I think going into the season, I'm sure a lot of people are saying it's either Aaron Judge or Cal Raleigh for the MVP. It's their award to lose. But what if Bobby goes out there and dominates in the World Baseball Classic? Now, all of a sudden, you've got, before the season started, the entire world watching Bobby Witt go out there. People are going to have a different perspective of him going into the season, where maybe it becomes his award to lose now because of how good he played in the World Baseball Classic. So he has an opportunity to set up his entire season, really, by going out there in the World Baseball Classic and being one of the best players on the field for not just Team USA, but for the entire thing, because people are going to be watching the World Baseball Classic. That's how you build that momentum, and that's why I think it is important for Bobby to go out there and do well. If he wanted to, do his thing and wants to get that MVP award, and we want him to get that MVP award, then he goes out there, he dominates the World Baseball Classic, and he is on his way to doing some really, really good things over the course of the Major League Baseball season. So good luck to him, man. I hope he does go out there and dominates for Team USA, because if he does, man, then, he's going to have a leg up going into the regular season.
Because I disagree with this text. It says Royals need to make a run in the playoffs for Bob to grow in name recognition. Well, they went to the ALDS and lost the Yankees, and he was in Home Run Derby. He's a perennial all-star. He's leading off for Team USA. I think if he has a moment here, we were playing the Hollabuck song. I didn't know who Jack Hughes was, and he could have had a playoff run in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I would have never known. But since he did what he did for Team USA, I was like, okay, I know who this guy is. Now I know who he's dating. So does everybody else. I think it's Tate McRae, right? That's his girl.
Yeah, I think so.
Jack Hughes.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Stole the gold from Canada and their girl.
Yeah, good for
with
him.
One tooth missing.
I wonder if he's going to get. I think he is going to get that fixed. But I saw him again on Saturday Night Live. I'm like, that could be your calling card, man. Like, keep that thing all bent out of shape. Brad Keller was outstanding last year. It's 2 ERA, and he signed for $22 million this offseason. The Phillies gave him 2 years, $22 million. It's a hell of a contract, man.
Do you have his reference page up?
I have his ESPN stat page up.
I didn't know what his hits per innings were.
Last year, he gave up 45 hits in 70 innings, basically 69.2.
That's
69 2/3, yeah.
Strikeouts?
3.4 to 1 strikeout to walk ratio.
Nice. Okay, that's good.
He was dominating last year.
He
was outstanding last year. 0.96 whip last year for my man Brad Keller. 75 strikeouts and 69 2/3, and just 22 walks. So he was great last year.
22 walks and 69 innings.
It was close to, 26 million watched that gold medal game or something?
Yeah, something like that. I think
it
peaked at 26.
7 a.m. Central Time?
Yeah, exactly. So the Olympics were watched a lot the whole time. Really good viewership. Is WBC, it's not going to get that viewership, but is a gold medal game between U.S. and Japan going to get half of 26.
Can I ask a dumb question? Where am I
Sure.
finding this game?
That's a great question. That's the question.
I mean, is ESPN televising? Because I know McAfee was there yesterday, so ESPN probably is doing a lot of, the production and the televising of this. McAfee and Kershaw went, back at it, pitching and hitting against each other yesterday, which is kind of cool. If ESPN is going to be the main spot, we know
Sports.
that.
Yep, I've got
Fox.
it all for it. Yep.
Okay,
Fox, FS1, FS2, and Fox Deportes with all 47 games streaming on Fox One, the Fox Sport app, and Tubi.
Okay.
Select games are also available via live TV streaming services like DirecTV.
So let me ask you guys this. If it's the championship game in 2 weeks and it's on Big Fox and it's America versus Japan, that's got to be a big number, doesn't it?
And it'll be the championship game is on St. Patrick's Day at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So 7 o'clock our time on St. Patrick's Day.
And that's a Tuesday, right?
Tuesday
night, 7 p.m., St. Patrick, a lot of passed out people.
Mm-hmm. Semifinals are 15th and 16th on FS1. Championship is March 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
On Big Fox. So
I ask because
I don't know. I don't know the answer, man.
Yeah,
I don't.
That's how you. I think that's how Bobby Witt makes the jump. Because if it's a lot of MLB people who watch baseball watching the WBC,
they already know Bobby Witt, right?
They know Bobby Witt Jr., right?
Yeah.
So who are the new people coming? Because there will be some. How many? Right.
Right. Yeah. No. There'll be, because it's a Team America and
Right,
you're
of
rooting for
course.
your country and people jump on the patriotic train and I think that's cool. But I don't know, man. Like I'd like to say more. I really would
I
like to
hope
say
so.
more. I would hope that there would be more, but. Also, too, if it's not Team USA, then nobody's watching on Big Fox.
You're probably not watching tomorrow night unless you're Aussie. March 4th, 9 o'clock, Chinese Taipei versus Australia. March 5th is Australia versus the Czechia. Is that how you say that? Is it just Czech?
The Czech?
Yeah.
Czech Republic?
Well, it just says CZECHIA.
Chechnya? I don't know.
That's why I don't want to sound like an idiot, but that's just how you spell it.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. They play at 5 and then they play at 10. I don't know if this is accurate. This is from MLB.com. And then March 6th is the day for those of you that are wondering how you can watch. Now, all these times are Eastern. So first game is on FS1. It's Japan versus Chinese Taipei. That game's at 4 a.m. So we'll have a chance.
We'll have a game on.
It fits us.
Yeah.
At 10 a.m. is Cuba versus Panama, and that's on FS2. 12 o'clock, so 11 o'clock is Netherlands and Venezuela. Noon is Mexico, Great Britain. The most important one that you want to know is March 6th, 7 p.m. is USA versus Brazil, and that is on Fox.
7 p.m. Central or 7
Yep, 7 p.m. Central, USA versus Brazil on Fox.
So that's Friday night.
7 o'clock.
Okay,
I know what you're doing.
That's a good spot. Yeah, no, it's a really good spot to be in.
And it's going to be storming outside. You ordering a pizza. You're gonna boil some hot dogs, make some fries and nachos, and have Jay Binkley over.
Who is pitching that game? Skeens is starting that one. Okay,
Yep. Skeens game 1, baby.
It's the Czech Republic. It's just also known as Czechia. It's kind of like France for French Republic. They just.
I've never heard it called the French Republic before. Seriously?
Yeah, that's the example they use. It's basically making it shorter for.
Because I can't read, so I was like, I was in a world of lost.
You're like, what's
when
happening?
I saw that name, I'm like,
this-
I want to say it's Czech.
When did this start, though? When did
2016.
2016. They started calling it. Say it again.
Czechia.
Chechnya.
We call it the Czech Republic, so
Yeah.
I'm using the same spelling, and they added an IA. So I'm
Okay.
kind of just doing Czechia.
I don't know. I
Might
don't
be
know.
Czechia.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
but either way.
it's not Czechoslovakia anymore, right?
No, they were like, we're not going to do that anymore.
We're getting rid of the Slovakia.
Yeah,
We're
get rid
just
of
the
that.
Czechs.
Yep.
Hey, Pesci, here's a dime. Say Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
This is sports, not geography, but coming up, it's a generational topic alert plus the 2026 NFL International Games here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fesco and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I will tell you something. My friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control are ready to take over your lawn, just like they did for us last year. And it was the best decision that we made for our lawn because it has made our house look so much better. It's made me feel better about our house. The lawn looks awesome. And it's all thanks to my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. The college-educated professionals came out last year and looked at our yard and said, yeah, it's not good, but it's nothing we can't fix. They took over last spring, and by the time we reached the final end of the year with the reseeding and all that kind of stuff, our lawn looks the best on the block. And I can't wait for them to come out and start treating our lawn again and continuing to make our lawn better than everybody else's. And that's what they do over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. When you see those iconic blue trucks, right behind it is the best looking yard on the block. Aspen's growing as well. They're hiring. So if you want to join the Aspen team, they have opportunities. And if you're looking to have Aspen take care of your yard, they're going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So get with them today at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
My friends at Smokehouse Barbecue have 2 new items that you need to try. First, meet the Pickle Jack Sandwich. We're taking tender smoked ham and melted pepper jack cheese, piled high with our signature pickle fries. It's crunchy, spicy, and smoky as well. And if you need to warm up, how about some Smokehouse chili? It's not your average recipe. It's loaded with our famous chopped burnt ends and savory sausage. And don't forget carryout, which you can order at smokehousebbq.com. Visit Smokehouse Barbecue in Independence, Zona Rosa, and Gladstone. It's Smokehouse Barbecue.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm Carter. And I'm Charlie. We'd like to share a quick story about a homeowner named Jack. Jack had a home he needed to sell fast. And Jack thought he had it all figured out. So Jack talked to multiple cash buyers. Jack chose the highest offer. But the day before closing, guess what? The buyer backed out, leaving Jack with the moving truck all packed in the driveway and not sure what to do. Jack learned the hard way that the highest offer isn't always the right offer. Jack got suckered. Make sure you aren't hung out to dry. Call our dad at Rex Buys KC. Our dad is local, he knows Kansas City, and he actually closes deals. No repairs, no fees, no showings, no surprises. Just a fair cash offer and a smooth process. Now, don't be like Jack. Call 816-330-6000 or visit rexbuyskc.com. Rex Buys KC, helping people make smart choices one home at a time.
There's nothing like the sound of Royals baseball. When the boys in blue take the field, loyal fans tune in, turn it up, and stay connected. And where do Kansas City's most passionate sports fans gather? Right here on 96.5 The Fan. Sports fans are loyal fans. They support the teams they love and the businesses that support their team. If you're ready to grow your business and connect with a dedicated, engaged audience, call 816-522-0444 or email greg.bergen@odyssey.com. That's greg.bergen@odyssey.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Xfinity Tech Support. Matthew speaking.
Hi, I live in a pretty remote place, like Jurassic Park remote. No!
Wow.
Will Xfinity Mobile work out here?
Yep, the combination of reliable Wi-Fi and 5G makes it so that you can stay connected in all kinds of places. Plus, you get access to ultra-fast speeds and coverage, whether you're poolside or out live streaming with a T-Rex.
Hold still, you're about to go viral.
Welcome to a new era of Wi-Fi boosted mobile. Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Discover a new era of Wi-Fi boosted mobile at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Xfinity. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by DM Entry Law, East Side 70 westbound, slowing from 435 out past 31st Street, getting into a construction zone, blocking the left lane, and then a little sluggish out to 27th. We're back to posted speeds past that. Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law. How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results. Mike's got this. 816-888-7500. Mike's got this. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Little correction. Your rotation goes as followed. Logan Webb of the Francisco Giants. He's pitching Friday versus Brazil. Tarek Skubal.
Logie Berra?
Yeah.
Wow.
Logie Berra, baby.
Let's go.
He'll pitch against Brazil on Friday. Tarek Skubal will pitch against Great Britain on Saturday, and then you use Paul Skeens against Mexico on March 9th.
Yeah, Team USA has a scrimmage today that will be televised by the worldwide leader in sports at ESPN around at 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Sick.
So.
I'll watch that.
Yeah,
see Bobby hit for the first time this year.
Who they're going to play, I don't know, but they got a scrimmage today, and so I was just told by someone at the worldwide leader in sports they got the game today around 3 o'clock. I hope that's Central Time. If it's not, it's 2 o'clock Central Time.
So the thing that Gene Watson said the most intriguing was that it's only like 7 games if you go all the way. Do you think that's going to be enough of a sample size for us Royals fans to sit back and be like, Q, lead him off?
I think so. I mean, why not, right? I think Bobby should be in that leadoff spot. Now, you can make a great case for it. You can make a great case against it as well. You want him driving in guys, but if nobody's getting on base in front of him, he's not driving in anybody. So.
Yeah, so he led off for the Royals in a preseason or a spring training game last week, and pretty sure his second time up, he came up and hit a 2-run bomb. So, again, like, I think it benefits Bobby to lead off, but again, why not? Because if it's the narrative is to have Michael Garcia get on because his on-base percentage is good and he has speed.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't that also work with Michael Garcia as the second hitter with Bobby Witt Jr. at first and his speed?
Well, there in fact lies the biggest problem in baseball is this overanalyzation nonsense, right? It's like they sit there and they want to split the atom 75 different ways instead of just, going with what works. And so, I hope he does great in the leadoff spot, and he should be the leadoff hitter.
Mac, you missed your calling today. Blair Kirchhoff, the wonderful writer of The Star, he has a culinary tour of the Big 12 available at T-Mobile Center concession stands during women's and men's tournaments, dude. Are you kidding me? The Arizona Wildcats have theirs. There's a Cincinnati's got the Cincy cheese coney. Texas Tech has a Matador something. Arizona State, no idea. Utah's got wings or something. It looks amazing.
Kansas, the Big J loaded mac and cheese. K-State is the Power Cat Steak Tacos.
Only be one night only.
Oklahoma State's is just a pizza.
Is it really?
It's a slice of pizza.
I love that better than the Big J mac and cheese.
They're getting killed right now, the Big 12 is, because these menus are AI. They're AI made. The imaging, like the Jayhawk on the Kansas menu is an AI Jayhawk. They couldn't just get a PNG and copy paste it to a blue background. Ridiculous.
Well, AI does everything now, and most of it does it. It's wrong.
It's bad. No, the Jayhawk looks like ass. Yeah,
I'll have to come in and look at that.
So bad.
That is wild. Oh, that's volume on my computer. But yeah, it's dude, Iowa State is the walking taco and a Doritos nacho cheese bag.
Love that.
Yeah, dude.
Love a walking
taco.
Tacos are great.
Stop sleeping on them, baby. Bring them more. Bring them out like Taco Bell.
Yeah, why don't we? Yeah.
You already collab with Doritos. Why have they not done a walking taco
true.
at Taco Bell?
What are we doing?
Yeah, everybody gets to Doritos Locos Taco, and the same thing happens to everybody. I don't know why I want to rant about this. You pick it up, and it all falls out. You're already eating the walking taco.
Bag.
It comes in the little cardboard thing. Yes, I eat Taco Bell. I'm an idiot. But here's the thing.
Good.
Make it a walking taco.
Are we sure they're actually using real Doritos?
I don't know. They're not using real Jayhawks on their photo.
Because you got to have that Doritos bag, cut it open. And,
Baylor has cheesesteak sliders.
Ooh, damn.
I'd be so fat during all this.
Cheesesteak slider. Like, how did that, like, what does it represent Baylor?
I don't know.
Like, didn't have any bear meat?
Mini chicken chimichangas for Arizona.
I get that.
Yeah.
Sounds good, too.
The Matador melt. Probably couldn't eat that. I don't know if I'm eating that from Texas Tech. The Utah special is just wings. Colorado, it looked like a bunch of peppers and mozzarella. If it doesn't have milk, send it back. Orange soda. That's another one. Yeah, Oklahoma State pizza. Somebody's churros.
Ooh.
West Virginia is the Mountaineer peppercini roll. I don't know what that just said. Brisket tacos for somebody as well. Brisket sliders is what it is. Brisket sliders for Baylor. Mac and cheese for the Jayhawks. Is Darren Peterson going to play? So, generational topic. Las Vegas was a boomer and a Gen X thing. Millennials and younger generations really don't care about Las Vegas. There are too many other destinations they would rather go to. As boomers, 46 to 64, have been dying off, so will Las Vegas visitor numbers.
Yeah, what do you guys think about that? Because I'm Gen X, and we went to Las Vegas, when we were in college. We went to Las Vegas a lot after I was out of college. I went to Las Vegas for the first time in a decade last year for one night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I have that much interest in going back to Las Vegas. You guys are obviously in a different generation than I am. Where is Las Vegas in the lexicon of your guys' life? I want to know.
So I've been twice. I was fortunate enough with my family to be able to go when I was 21. Had a great experience. I'll never forget the limo driver. We flew in Vegas 2 hours ahead of time. I flew in at midnight Kansas City time. Guy goes, man, you're 21 back home? I'll let your parents go buy booze, and I'll just take you around Vegas for free and waste time until you can get legally into the casinos and all that. And I was like, dude, awesome. What did I buy? Captain Morgan and Mountain Dew.
Oh,
my God.
Just taking swigs in the back of the limousine, all that sort of stuff.
Captain Morgan and Mountain Dew.
Hey, man.
Oh, God.
Somewhere Binkley's like, that's my dust, man.
Yeah.
It was that or Sailor Jerry. So I went with
Sailor
Captain
Jerry,
Morgan.
yeah. I see him on Fridays.
Yeah, and so Vegas, I've been twice. I will say this, I would much more enjoy Vegas in the summertime because then I'll just go out to the swimming pools all day and booze there and then maybe go to the casino in the hotel or maybe walk, around. But I've done Vegas. It's fun. It's just so expensive.
It is. That's the other thing. It used to, like when we went in college, now this is 1995, it was still fairly cheap. You had the $1 blackjack table. You had the buffet you could eat for nothing. And then all of a sudden, corporate greed took over. And Las Vegas has completely changed, and they now charge for parking. They have $25 tables kind of as the minimum these days. It's expensive to get a room. It's expensive to do anything, to drink, to eat, to enjoy yourself. I mean, it is a very, very costly place when it used to be a very cheap place as long as you were gambling. Like, we stayed at the Plaza downtown one time. As long as you were playing penny slots, you drank all day.
Yeah.
And that's when our friend decided that he was going to hit at the woman at the bar who had a fake leg. But he was so drunk, he was convinced it was fake from the knee to the hip. And beneath the knee was still alive. But that leg was fake from the knee to the hip. No! No, it doesn't work that way anymore in Las Vegas. They've lost their way more than any place.
Well,
and I used to be a big fan because I am that Gen X guy. But I was like, I don't hear many people that are younger than me
anymore in the casinos.
No, not like it used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes you an hour to get a drink, and by that time, you've lost all your money.
Of course.
Well, they still have it. You just, like what we did, which is the skill my stepdad gave me, was like over tip the first time, and they'll never leave you alone. So
that's a good idea.
When I went, we just did that same strategy, and I just took like a $10 chip from the blackjack table, gave it to the lady, and before I was halfway done with my beer, she was already back. She's like, ready for another one?
What year was that, Dusty?
3 or 4 years ago.
So no, 21 you said you turned.
No, I've been twice.
Oh, this was the second time.
Yeah, we went. So my mom passed. She was really big into Miranda Lambert, and they had tickets, so we went and saw Miranda Lambert at a residency.
Oh, cool.
And it was when the Chiefs played the Bengals in the regular season, but then beat them in the AFC Championship
Okay, so
game.
21.
So yeah, 2021. Is that what that? Yeah, so we went then. So that was just recent. And we stayed, I think I forget, played at Hollywood? Is it? I don't know if that was where we stayed. But I know that what was weird for me, at least, was having gambling on my phone in Kansas at the time. And I remember the first person I texted was Alex Gold. And I was like, dude, how come, these apps don't work? And he's like, it's Vegas, man. They strap you to BetMGM, which is fine, but they have just their own, or like Caesar Sportsbook. That's it. Can't use anything else. Or you have to go to the book. And as people like us, where our phones are everything, I literally went to the sports book, filled out my parlay on a piece of paper, and she goes, okay, the first 2 legs don't start because the game's already kicked off. And I'm like, oh, yeah, 10 o'clock kickoff times.
Yeah.
But it was still cool to see that sports book. But guess what? You can do that at Hollywood Casino in Kansas City. You can do that at
Like, it
other
offers
places.
nothing anymore that you couldn't get elsewhere. Back in my day, and I hate to continue, it offered what you couldn't get anywhere else, nudity and gambling.
And now you can play slot machines at like BP gas stations.
I know. It's like,
Have you seen that sadness?
Yes.
Oh, dude, brutal. I've seen people sitting in the passenger seat, walk in there. There's only one other person, and that's me. And there's a dude just sitting there playing a slot. I'm like, what benefit is this?
Yeah, those are the things that were delaying the actual, sports gambling in the state of Missouri. Yeah, if you're sitting at a gas station burning a dart playing penny slots, you got problems.
But I think Vegas is up there with those metropolises like New York or L.A. or stuff where people say, oh, if you've never been, you should go once, and then you can make your assessment. Like, I'll be in New York in about 43 days, and I've never been. And I might get there and be like, you know what? It was cool. I saw a lot of cool stuff, but it ain't for me, right? I've never been to Chicago. I probably should get there as soon as possible. But as soon as I go, I might be like, you know what, Chicago, man, traffic, But that, obviously can change later in life. But I think Vegas, somebody says, I'm going to Vegas for the first time next month and I'm 30. You're going to have fun.
Yeah, you will have
going
fun.
to enjoy
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah, just remember, it's costly, though.
But
it's very expensive.
But after your first time, I feel like you will have the same opinion that a lot of us have had in my age group of like, well, that was cool to see all that. I don't need to do that again. And I can do a lot of what I did at my house.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to Miami for my bachelor party. We chose it over Vegas because it's got everything that Vegas has plus a beach.
Yeah.
It's got casinos. It's got all, you want a strip club? It's got everything.
And you don't
What
even
does
need
Vegas have?
casinos in Miami, you know?
I want to play some blackjack, but I can there. I don't need Vegas for that is the point. And I've got a beach.
Yeah, it's really bizarre because I saw that tweet
Down
yesterday,
by the beach, boy.
and I was like, I really agree with this. I really do agree that Vegas is a boomer Gen X place, and even us, like in the Gen X, I don't know how many of my friends still go to Las Vegas all the time, and there's so much other stuff to do in the world and things to see that I think a lot of people, especially as I continue to read, Mac, about your generation, it's all about those life experiences, and people want to do different things and experience different things and go different places, and the world just becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. Las Vegas was popular to the boomers because they were reading their AARP magazine, and it always had an ad for Las Vegas. Now, all of us, we're on our phones. We know people all over the world. We've got friends in Italy. Jasper's bringing a crew to Italy to see people. Like, the world has become so small, and travel's at our fingertips right now, where you went to a travel agent back in the day, they had a poster up of Las Vegas. Okay, let me go there and do stuff I can't do anywhere else. I just don't think the Las Vegas culture flies anymore in the United States to where people are younger and looking for that.
Coming up next is Start Bench Cut, brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow. Get in the know with Jay's Southland Tow as we go through Start Bench Cut. Send yours in as well, 913-586-7965. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Bob Fesco.
Out of anybody should talk, he should never grab a microphone.
And Dusty Likens.
His ass is foul of all foul.
Weekdays, 6 to 10. Fesco and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 are looking for you because their mission is to build strong partnerships between members, business partners, customers, and the community. And there's absolutely no cost to become a partner contractor with the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. If you're an HVAC contractor, they'll provide a flexible workforce for your project demands, timelines, and economic conditions. The Sheet Metal Workers will help adjust the size, skills, and deployment of your workforce to maximize effectiveness during the times when you need it the most, and it gives you the power to bid every project that suits your business model. They'll provide the best trained manpower specifically for the HVAC industry, along with training your current employees. And Local 2 has spent over 137 years developing relationships within the communities they serve. And there's no downside. It's completely free with zero obligation. Just straightforward information on how they can help grow your business and profit margins. Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. We're an old union with a new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition, and it's fully treatable. And at Heartland Men's Health, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. Which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at Heartland Men's Health. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices, Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
Royals coverage sponsored by Renner Garage Door. Forward and back, RENNER.
Hey, it's almost Andy Reid. Who knew a Halloween costume would change my life and lead me to Renner Garage Door? Renner's KC's go-to team for service, repair, and replacement.
RENNER, RENNER.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan.
North KC, 29 southbound, heavy from Arbor to 16th Avenue, then sluggish into downtown. East side, 70 westbound, slowing from Manchester Traffic Way, heavy, not quite to Van Brunt with construction. Kansas side, things improving, 70 eastbound before 57th, accident off to the shoulder. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
The Drive's Papa Shot Tournament is Wednesday, March 18th at DraftCade starting at 6:30. This is your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan, KFMC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station. Here's Fesco, Dusty, and Mac with this week's edition of Start, Bench, Cut.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. 9 o'clock on a, I don't want to say Wednesday, but it's a Tuesday. I can't forget
Please
you
don't
guys.
do that.
Yeah. Got to get you guys to Cream City later on today. Start Bench Cut brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow. Get in the know with Jay's Southland Tow. I'll tell you why millennials don't like Vegas anymore, because it involves one of these 3 locations. Where do millennials rather go on vacation? Mac or Bob? You're not a millennial, but where would you go? Start Bench Cut. Nashville, Gulf Shores, Vegas.
I've never been to Gulf Shores, so I'll start that. We talk about it a lot. I will bench Nashville because I really haven't spent enough time there as an adult, and I'll cut Las Vegas. I've been there, done that. If I never went back to Las Vegas, I don't think I would mind. You know, I do want to see the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere. I hear that's awesome. I hear, I've heard from 2 different people how, just an epic experience that is. So I would like to do that, but I mean, I've kind of been there, done that with Las Vegas right now. But we will go back for the baseball trip once the A's, relocate.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just got to wait till I have deeper pockets so I can really do Vegas the right way.
Well, good luck, because you're going to need $1 billion by that time,
Or you need the mob to take over Vegas again.
Call Jerry. He'll take care of it. He's got people
There we
out
go. There we go. I'll still start it. I'll bench Gulf Shores and used to live in Nashville. Super fun, but I'll cut it.
Yeah, I've never been to Nashville, but I think that more as I get older.
Nash Vegas.
Yeah. I definitely need to get to Nashville. I probably won't come back, though.
Dude,
so I just want to let you know I will not be back if I go to Nashville. So, once I am relieved of my duties here and they're like, hey, sorry, it's not working out. All right, I'm going to move to Nashville and see what happens.
Actually a good spot.
But no, Gulf
Grab a
Shore.
guitar and start singing.
That's the problem. I got to do both those things well, and I don't do either of them. But no, Gulf Shores is where it's at. I'll go back again this year in July. Same place, same spot. Going to be great. It's fun. You can do all the fun stuff you want. Or here's a really good thing. You have a place to stay. You have the beach all day. You have your place at night. And you have a nice little view of everything. It's great. Wake up in the morning before anybody's up. Walk the beach. fantastic. And you can't do that in Vegas because nobody goes to sleep ever.
When we were out there, I did get up early and I was out walking, because that's the only time you could get a cheap table. The kids and family were still in bed like 7 a.m. And it was quiet, but I was still, there's still a lot of people out here at this time of day. And it's still a $25 minimum.
Start, bench, cut, and your importance of engagement. World Baseball Classic, World Cup, Olympic hockey. That does not just count the gold game. So if you watch them play Sweden, if you watch them play other teams, what had you or what will have you the most engaged in the world stage?
Well, I'll start Olympic hockey because I was engaged. The WBC will be second, then probably the World Cup 3 for me. That doesn't mean I'm not going to pay any attention. Obviously, it's here, but that order,
Is the World Cup kind of like people that have a March Madness bracket? Once your team's out, you're out?
I think so. I've always felt that way when, Team USA
You care
lost.
less if, Ronaldo and Messi play each other.
It's not my thing now, but I mean, it'd be cool. It's an event, and obviously here that would be awesome. But for me, I'm like, once Team USA
Like if
is
the
out,
finals is Spain and France, you're like,
I'll watch. I mean, it's a culture. Everybody's paying attention to it. You want to be doing what everybody else is doing, so you know what's going on. But for the world, but it's different this year because it's here. Had it been some other country that wasn't here, it's probably easier to tune away. But I think we're going to be all tuned in because it's happening here.
Yeah, I'll start the World Cup. I think it's the biggest sport in the world, and that's what I'm going to be locked into, even if it's not USA games. It's real close because, Olympic hockey, gosh.
You didn't watch till they played gold,
I'll bench the WBC, and I'll cut Olympic hockey because I watched the last 2 games. I didn't watch
I'm with you. I was the same way. Start, bench, cut. The months upcoming, March, April, June. Screw me.
Yeah. I'm going to start April. It's my birthday month. I will bench June and then look outside. Get the hell out of here, March.
Yeah, today's your nap day, Mac.
Great nap day.
Nap week.
Absolutely. That's fine by me.
Thursday you can get after it.
I'll start March. I don't know. We just talked. March is badass.
Did you see how that topic kind of went nuts all over the place? Where after that show that day, I was seeing different, not saying that we originated it, but
it was a
topic of national media where they're like, maybe March is being slept on, especially this year.
This year especially. Yeah. So I'll start March. I'll bench April and I'll cut June, but that's tough.
Yeah, April got to get benched, man. 420. Players that you're most anticipating to watch in the March Madness tournament. Start, bench, cut. Cam Boozer, AJ DeBanza, Darren Peterson.
I'll start Darren Peterson and cut the other 2. I am into what Darren Peterson does in this tournament. But just like Bobby Witt you were talking about earlier, he's got an opportunity, obviously, to make a big name for himself. Darren Peterson has got an opportunity to make a huge name for himself in this NCAA tournament. Because if he goes out there and dominates, nobody's going to remember all the BS that took place over the course of the year. And that's what happens. Nobody's going to remember any of that. And when I say nobody, I'm talking about the talent scouts and all that. He plays well, he will be the number 1 pick.
KU fans won't remember either. Yeah, and that's what's going to happen in a month. Guarantee it. Start Peterson, bench DeBanza, and I'm not excited at all to see Cam Boozer. I don't think anyone should be excited because we know what's going to happen. He's going to play great. Duke's going to be awesome. I'm excited to see what happens later on. But Cam Boozer, he will show up.
Can he, to the topic that Bob just had, if they win the national title and he is far and away the player, because they've already said he's going to be ACC Player of the Year. He's going to be the Freshman of the Year. He's going to be the National Player of the Year. If he goes through this tournament and he is still doing what he's doing, because I think they said every game he started at Duke as a freshman, he's at least 14-5.
Well, I mean, come on now.
Okay.
That's crazy.
My God. And he's had multiple games, more as a freshman at Duke, of having 20-10 at least. Last night, I believe he had 23-9 and didn't even play the last 5 minutes of the game.
Nuts.
Could he raise his stock to the number 1 overall pick where it's like, man, maybe we just take this guy? Dad,
yes.
History,
sure.
What we've seen, the resume is sick. We'll get to it a little bit later, but I mean, that is just... I don't know if that can happen.
I will say no, because your question is, can he do it? No, because it will require those other 2 to fail. He can play as well as he could, but if DeBanza is in that Final Four in that Elite 8 game and he has 25, they're going to take that hope. They're going to take that what if over
I don't think DeBanza's getting out of the first weekend.
You might be right about that.
Because they are trending down very quickly.
I mean, BYU, I mean, I don't know.
Kind of the same.
Yeah, some 6 of one, half a dozen the other stragglers of the league. Yeah, I think Peterson has so much to gain in this. I don't think Peterson has much to lose because everybody already looks at him as a guy that doesn't want to play. But I think he has so much to gain in this month.
Start, bench, cut, running back of want. If you had your wish list.
Yikes.
Jeremiah Love, Breece Hall, Travis Etienne.
Start Hall, bench ETN, cut Love.
Same.
And that's because I don't want to waste that draft pick on a running back. But if we had to and he's there, I'm not going to be upset,
I love it.
Okay. Where you want the Chiefs to go with pick 9, D-line, running back, or wide receiver? I don't know why I put running back twice, but wide receiver, running back, D-line.
I go start D-line, bench wide receiver, cut running back.
Yep, agreed.
Okay. Better city. Cream City, Magic City, Sin City.
I guess I'll start Sin City.
Yeah.
I'll bench Magic City and then
Get
Cream City.
out.
Yeah, I mean, what do we do? Cream
I'll
City.
be the mayor of Cream
Get
City. One day I know that I'm
That's
hard.
right.
Mayor. Men's wieners. We can start cleaning up this town by starting with the store.
Yeah, here's a mop.
Dusty, start bench cut. Sophie Cunningham, Tate McRae, Sydney Sweeney. Start Sophie Cunningham, cut the rest. She is on an absolute streak right now with what she's
your
showing.
woman.
She is. She fits my personality.
Yeah, she's great.
Like Sydney Sweeney, I think I just wouldn't be enough. Tate McRae, she's spoken for.
Hello, America.
And very attractive. But Sophie Cunningham, like the way she talks about like the Midwest, now people don't have personalities outside of the area and how she's fun and, kind of interesting. And
you guys could talk.
Oh, dude, we would have so much chemistry.
Yes.
But wish in one hand and crap in the other and see which one fills up faster. We'll see what happens, though, when it comes to what the Chiefs do in the draft. But coming up, there is the new Bill Self of college basketball. I'll explain here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fesco and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fesco and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you, if you want to have hot water on the command of turning on your faucet, then you need to call my friends over at State Water Heaters because they're going to get the job done for you. There's nothing worse than having no hot water when you got to get ready for work in the morning. Or if you're all getting ready to go out and the entire family is taking their shower and now it's dad's turn and you're showering in cold water, nobody likes that. Or for me, I got to get up extra early, turn the water on, let it run for about 10 minutes before the hot water starts. I don't want that. State Water Heaters has the answer for all of us. It's a new high-efficiency Adapt gas tankless water heater with X3 scale prevention technology from State, and it can provide plenty of hot water as well as great energy savings for everyone. Our Adapt models with X3 provide years of trouble-free hot water without the worry of annual maintenance that's required from other tankless models. And these water heaters may also qualify for rebates from your local utility company. So don't miss the chance to put real money back into your pocket. Here's what you're going to do. Act now and have your plumber visit their local Reeves Weideman store. They can do that in person or at rwco.com. Or you can just check them out at statewaterheaters.com to learn more.
Missouri, get ready. Circus Sports is giving you the chance to win owner Derek Stevens' wallet. From February 3rd to March 15th, you can take home your share of $250,000 in cash. Simply wager $100 and earn one share, wager $1,000 to earn two shares, wager $5,000 for a third share. Bet on anything from pro sports to college, straight bets to futures. Don't miss your chance to cash in and take home your share of Derek's wallet. Visit circusports.com for details. Must be 21 and older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
At Casey's, when someone asked for a cup of coffee that wouldn't put them in debt, but still had freshly ground beans, rich flavor, and a price that starts with a 9 and ends with a D9 cents, we were too nice to say no. Now get a small coffee, just 99 cents. Limited time only. See store for details.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
I'm Mark Solinger, producer and one of the hosts of the Moth podcast. For nearly 2 decades, the Moth has brought live storytelling to stages around the world and to millions of listeners. These are real people telling true stories from their lives. Stories about a lost family recipe, about working to free a wrongfully convicted man, about realizing you need to leave your May-December romance. Stories that will move you, surprise you, make you laugh. Stories you can't forget. Join us. Follow and listen to The Moth wherever you get your podcasts.
Some flavors just take you to another place. Like the Filet-O-Fish, a crispy fish fillet made with wild-caught Alaskan pollock on melty American cheese topped with tartar sauce, all on a soft, steamed bun. It's crispy, flaky perfection. And right now, I can mix and match 2 favorites, like a Filet-O-Fish or 10-piece Chicken McNuggets for just $6. This duo is the catch of the day. So get to McDonald's fast. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Have you been diagnosed with head or neck cancer? At Kansas City Proton Institute, we're delivering the future of cancer care with state-of-the-art proton therapy right here in KC. Proton therapy means increased precision, reducing side effects like dry mouth, difficulty swallowing, and the loss of taste as compared to conventional radiation. If you've been diagnosed, don't wait. Get your second opinion today and see KC's largest, most experienced proton therapy team. Visit kcpi.com. Kansas City Proton Institute, where you see the best in KC.
Today, expect light rain with a chance of thunderstorms and a high of 50.
Weather brought to you by Staples. From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in-store and online. Staples. That was easy.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Back here on Fesco and Dusty with Mac Morey as well. Someone with a very hilarious start bench cut, Mac. From the 620 start bench cut, Dustman in the first hour on Friday, Lynn Elliott against the Colts or the 2023 Royals.
Jeez.
Tough. Your boy had a tough first hour on Friday when you were gone.
Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Just wrong information, bad sports talk, just absolutely. I mean, I was worse than what it looks like outside.
Really?
Yeah.
It was funny, though. He was telling me what
I was like, Inside Man's great movie, Jamie Foxx. And it was like, no, that's Denzel Washington.
We talked about it for 5 minutes.
I
Jamie
said
Foxx.
Xavier Worthy's 40 time was 4.26. It was 4.21.
It's like, who cares?
Get bent.
Yeah, Dusty, get bent.
5/500ths of a second.
Who cares?
Well, get it right if you're going to do this job.
I think getting stuff wrong and having self-deprecation is the best way to do this job. It's not a big deal. Nobody's perfect.
421, Dusty.
Anybody who does this job and thinks they got all the answers, come on now.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, Dusty, do better. But I was definitely
hilarious.
I was definitely worse than Lynn Elliott and the 2023 Royals. But shout out to the listeners. So I want to play this. This is Coach K on one of the best player resumes we've ever seen.
Definitely a game changer. So is this freshman class.
Yeah.
This freshman class is one of the best we've ever seen.
Right.
It includes a kid, Cam Boozer, who is special.
Who's the best one, I think.
He is. He's the best college one for sure.
Yeah, it's not. There's one, and then there's who you want to put two, but it's not, to me, it's not close. This kid is so dependable, so poised, and puts up amazing numbers in accuracy, in passing and rebounding. And he sets a physical tone for our team that another team has to match. But then he can add all the talents of passing. He can really shoot the ball.
So that's Coach K talking about Cameron Boozer. And we've talked about this freshman class all year in college basketball, how great it is, how many names are out there, right? This is Cameron Boozer's, SparkNote version of his highlights of his career. 2-time Mr. Basketball UCA.
2-time?
USA.
Wow.
23-25. Want to know why he didn't win it in 24? Guy named Cooper Flagg.
But still 2 times in a row. That's got to be rare.
23 and 25. So, yeah, two out of the last 3 years. Gatorade Male Athlete of the Year in 2025. 2-time Gatorade National Player of the Year, 23 and 25. National Player of the Year in 2025 in the Morgan Wooten National Player of the Year. Nike Hoop Summit. McDonald's All-American Co-MVP. 2-time Florida Mr. Basketball. FIBA Under-17 World Cup MVP. FIBA Under-16 America Championship MVP. 1 state in high school, 4 consecutive years. Yeah, dude. And now he's going to win the ACC Player of the Year. He's going to win the Wooden Award as the College Basketball Player of the Year. He's going to be the number 1 overall seed at Duke, and he might have a chance at winning a national championship. And that is all before the age of 20 years old. Cameron Boozer. Stud. And he's got a twin brother who's not as good, but different position, different size. Cameron Boozer, 6'9", 250 pounds. He is far and away the greatest college basketball from an achievement level that I have ever seen. And I've watched almost every game he's played. I'm just absolutely just mesmerized by how much a guy at this level who is years younger than a lot of other kids in this sport, and yet it's unstoppable. I mean, it's almost every single night is 20 and 10. Now,
it's nuts.
Where you get into the world of sports, who's the man that is controlling all of this? That's John Shire. Not only does he have Cooper Flagg the year before, but he's got Cameron Boozer this year, and Duke is the most complete team. Now, they're the best team in the country, and Arizona is right there. Now, you could have your arguments about Michigan, but Duke beat Michigan on a neutral floor.
If I gave you Duke and Arizona or the field, which are you taking for the tournament?
Obviously, numbers, I'd go the field.
Okay. Mac, what about you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would take the math.
I mean, I've got 67 other teams to choose from other than, or 66, whatever it may be. But again, like you look at what John Shire is doing at Duke, and he's starting to become that next Bill Self type guy. Because I told you earlier in the show, he got his 117th win, and he's still got a couple more games left in his 4th year as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
He has an 89% win total, and he's going to be possibly going to his second Final Four in 4 years. He will win the ACC twice. He has a chance to win the ACC tournament for a 3rd time. He's already made the Elite Eight. He's made the Final Four. He is absolutely there with 117 wins. He's the fastest coach since the guy that we used to say could have been the next Bill Self in college if he wanted to stay, which is Brad Stevens.
Yeah.
John Shire, I believe, is 38 years old. He'll be 39 on August 24th, basically the same age as me. And he's doing this in college basketball in a world today where a lot of people have said the old guys got out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bill Self has hung around, and I still think Bill Self has a chance to be the National Coach of the Year. It's probably going to the guy we're talking about right now, or it might go to Dusty May, or it goes to the guy at Arizona. Those are probably your 3 front runners. But with what Bill Self's done in Kansas is why I had that topic. But John Shire, man, 38 years old, not even 40 yet. And it's almost like what's more impressive, what we're seeing from Cameron Boozer or what we've been seeing from John Shire take over, because I say that Bill Self similarities. You look back when Bill Self took over in 02-03 or 03-04, he was 40-41. Shire's a few years younger, but again, you're replacing Roy Williams at a blue blood of Kansas, passionate fans, historic audience, everything's there. And, you know, first year, tournament, next year, bounce, round one, and then the rest is history.
The rest
Bill
is
Self,
history,
right?
yeah.
And everybody's like, all right, this just might be Bill Self's league.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at what John Shire has done in replacing Coach Krzyzewski, who is the greatest college basketball coach of all time, unless you want to put John Wooden, Dean Smith, whatever you want to put in there. And a passionate fan base, a very big aura of college sports, right, in Cameron Indoor.
Yeah.
And hasn't skipped a beat. And again, I go back to what is John Shire's numbers as a coach at Duke. And these are his 4 seasons as the head man at Duke. 27-9 in his first year replacing Coach K, 27-9, 35-4. He's now 28-2 with 117-24 record with an 830 win percentage.
Yeah, the 830 win percentage is absolutely insanity to me. And Bill's winning percentage at over 800 at KU is absolute insanity to me. But you had said earlier, who's doing more of an impressive job? Is it Boozer or is it John Shire? And the answer is John Shire and the answer is Bill Self, because you're not supposed to come in and take over for a legend and be better than that legend. You want to be the guy who replaces the guy who failed after he took over for the legend, right? You don't want to be the guy who wears Mike Krzyzewski's shoes or Bill Self's shoes, at those universities. You want to have somebody in between and then take over for somebody who failed. But these two guys came in and took over for living legends in Coach K and Roy Williams and made those programs better, you could say. I mean, 83% of the time that Duke plays now, they win that basketball game. Same thing with Kansas. 80% of the time they go out there and play, they win. Roy Williams was amazing at Kansas. Bill Self was better than Roy Williams. He won championships, has won championships, continues to win championships, all that kind of stuff. And John Shire has hit the ground running and is doing something that most people in sports just don't do. I mean, you look around like whoever takes over for Andy Reid, you don't want that job, right? You don't want to take over for the legend. Who took over for Bill Belichick, right? That guy got fired right away, and now you've got the other guy in there. There was even a buffer between Bill Belichick and Mike Vrabel for a year. That Vrabel may not go as well if you don't have that buffer year in between. And so taking over for a legend is hard, and doing better than that legend is almost unheard of. And both Bill Self and John Shire are doing that. And I find that to be very remarkable because it just doesn't work that way. Look, Dean Smith left. Bill Guthridge came in. That didn't go well. Then Matt Doherty came in. That didn't go well. Then Roy Williams had to rescue them. And, and now they're back to where they need to be. So it is hard to replace those guys. Look at Matheny when he came in for Ned Yost. That didn't work well. And now Q is replacing the guy who replaced our legend here in Kansas City. And now Q's doing good things. So it all just, it all obviously depends on the organization, but you just never want to be that guy that replaces a legend. But here are two examples where it actually worked.
I think the other thing that's impressive, too, is when you go to John Shire's resume, they had a tough stretch this year in their schedule where they played Syracuse on Monday. Then they played Michigan on Saturday. Now, Syracuse, whatever you want to say that.
Did they fire their coach yet?
Syracuse is bad.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. But,
Syracuse
I'm talking about their schedule where they had to go. So they played Syracuse at home. Then they had to travel to Washington and play a game against Michigan on a Saturday. But then they played Tuesday at Notre Dame and had to station in Chicago and practice on the Bulls court while staying away and still traveling. And they went 3-0 in that stretch, and they won 67-54. Or they went 101-64, 68-63 versus Michigan. They beat Notre Dame 100-56, and they beat Virginia 77-51 on Saturday. And then last night they beat NC State 93-64.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're beating what people would consider a weaker ACC. But they've also beaten KU, Michigan, Florida. Michigan and Florida might be two number one seeds when this tournament's all said and done, and the rankings come out in Selection Sunday a week from this Sunday.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive resume. Yeah, it really is. I mean, downplaying wins. I'm not a down player for that kind of stuff. You win your games. They didn't just win; they crushed these people. But to your point, yeah, Syracuse stinks, right? Is Dino Babers still coaching that team?
No idea. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that you talk about a program that will never, ever be good again, and that is Syracuse. And I do mean that with the bottom of my heart. I hope they lose every game they ever play.
I loved having Syracuse be good. I think it's better for the sport, but I also understand that from a KU perspective.
It was better for the sport when you had Boeheim, right? Because he was such a curmudgeon and he picked his nose. Like he was Syracuse, right? And that year that they had, he only won one championship at Syracuse in all of those years. Goes to show you how hard it is to win that national championship. But Boeheim didn't win his first one until 2003 when they beat Kansas. And so, Carmelo Anthony and, all those guys. But I don't know that Syracuse will ever be good again, because what's the incentive now, unless they're going to write big time checks, that you want to go to Syracuse, New York? You ever been to Syracuse, New York? One of the cold. It's this.
Yeah, all the time.
50 degrees colder.
But you also get to sell that you play in the Garden. Or no, you don't. You play in the
lost
Dome.
that.
That's right. Yeah, lost that too. Damn.
Yeah, you
No,
lost.
they never played in the. They were 5 hours away.
Well,
from
the
New
Big
York.
East Championship or the Big East tournament's always there, and I mean you're always in it, so at least you get to play in the Garden.
Yeah, one time maybe, but that's not a selling point anymore. I don't think Syracuse has any selling points anymore.
I think, I don't know. It is a good question. I would take what Boozer's doing as being more impressive though this year, because we've seen a lot of great coaches take over for other great coaches at great programs in college and keep them sustained. Like Mike Krzyzewski, what Bill Self did with Roy Williams is amazing, and he is better than Roy Williams, but he also had what Roy Williams had at KU to start off with. Mike Krzyzewski built Duke from the ground up 50, 40 years ago, right? And now Baylor Shireman.
Yep.
Now Shire's getting to start off with that. So I would take what Boozer's doing because he's breaking records of name any GOAT college basketball player ever.
The guy that was just there last year.
Exactly. And he's better than he's playing better than he was, filling up the stat sheet more prolifically than he has been. So
now being our NBA insider on this show, explain to the people why Cameron Boozer won't go number 1 overall.
Well, he just doesn't fit the style of the league as much. Yeah, he's 6'9". He was great 15 years ago, but he's 6'9", trying to be 7. If he was 7 feet tall, he'd be the first pick in the NBA draft. But since he's this weird positionalist player, and you can't really play him down low because he's not big enough, and he's not quick enough to really play the perimeter. And who's he going to guard? Because he's going to be too small to guard a center. He's not going to be quick enough to guard a power forward who's 6'8", 6'9" power forward who really moves like a guard. It's going to be hard to place him on a team. Now, he's a great basketball player. He's smart. He can shoot. He's got great IQ. I think he'll be a good NBA player. But he doesn't have near the ceiling of DeBanza or Peterson.
But they don't play defense in the NBA, Mac.
Oh, I forgot. My bad.
So don't worry about that side of things. I'm going to take that away from you right now. Let me ask you this, though, and I'm asking because I don't know. If that guy is as good as everybody thinks he is, if you're a team, why not just create an offense and build it around him and innovate instead of saying, well, he just doesn't fit at the normal positions in the NBA? Okay, so why don't we have somebody innovate and create something totally different like Bill Walsh did with the West Coast offense? You know, like you see these guys do, these innovators over the years in the NFL create things. I mean, hell, Andy Reid's an innovator right now. He was the one who brought the spread offense basically to the NFL because he goes, all the college kids are I'm not going to make my guys go in the shotgun. They haven't done that for 4 years. So let me bring that to the NFL. And he innovated, on that type of stuff. Baseball has seen some innovation, obviously, with the nerds. And so I think if you're an NBA team, why not do something different? This guy's a stud. Let's take him and then create our entire offense around him. I mean, the triangle offense, that was developed by what's his name from K-State 1,000 years ago. And so, you see teams innovate and change and do things differently. Why not do that in the NBA? Is Carlos Boozer that good of a player where you would be willing to do that as an organization?
Cameron Boozer.
Yeah. Is he that good as a player where you would be willing to do that as an organization? If you think the answer is yes, then create your own offense and make it wild where teams are like the first couple of years of the Chiefs where nobody knew what to do.
Is there a little bit of like a Mahomes comparison here with Cameron Boozer?
Pros.
That also like the collectiveness of the sport, but also like the biggest fear with Mahomes coming out was like A, Big 12 quarterbacks, B, Texas Tech quarterbacks. And everybody was like, Mitch
Trubisky. You're right. Everybody was saying, he's not a typical NFL quarterback.
Footwork.
Right. Because that position at that school doesn't translate to the NFL. Whereas like Mahomes got there and then it was like, all right, maybe this guy was special because like everything he came up with was like the best arenas, the best people. He got to get the star power out of his way. Like he's already polished beyond everybody else. And maybe we just overthought it by thinking Mitchell Trubisky out of North Carolina to Chicago was better. And then a lot of people in Kansas City were like, Deshaun's the guy. Yeah. And then Patrick Mahomes gets drafted in the real ones, like Jay Binkley and other people, probably yourself, Mac, were like, this was the guy the whole time. I'm glad they didn't mess this up. This was the guy they should have taken. And it makes you look like a genius now. But again, like, can that be said in basketball? And I don't know if that's the answer because you're right. And that's why I'm having this debate on the text line where people are saying he'll be the number 1 overall pick. He's been the best player. Yes, he won't be because of how basketball analyzes everything. They look at this 19-year-old kid in Cameron Boozer, I think is what Mac is trying to tell you, and say, this is peak athleticism. Like, he will get stronger. He will understand the game more. But, like, this is his peak of domination because of what his size is. Whereas DeBanza or Peterson could maybe be that guard that every night could go off for 38 and 10. And you're like, well, Boozer can get me like 18 and 8, and that's going to be great on my team, but it's not going to be what could potentially be a franchise-changing player. I think that's where the conversation is with Cameron Boozer.
Can you get him as your franchise-changing player and then surround him with other good players as well, right? Like, so
and they've got him right now projected to go 3rd to the Atlanta Hawks, who percentage-wise, obviously that can change in the lotto.
City, baby, let's go.
But imagine if Dallas somehow gets him, and they have him and Cooper Flag.
I mean, that would be outstanding,
please,
right? I mean,
please.
But I look, I think this is where organizations, though, do sometimes fall into trouble. They don't know how to use these guys properly, or they're afraid to use these guys properly because it's different. It's not what we always do. I don't care about your position numberings. Give me the best 5 guys out there and make that team try to match up with us. There was a college in Iowa that I went to see many years ago. Actually, it was the same day as the Tuck Rule game back in 2001.
Damn.
My friend Britt and I drove up to this college called Grinnell, Iowa. And I'm sure older people kind of have an idea. Oh, yeah, Grinnell. This was a team that all they did was full court press and shoot 3-point shots. And it was as wide. They would win games 157 to 102. It was great. I've never seen anything like it. It was get the ball, shoot the 3. Get the ball, shoot the 3. Full court press, get the ball, shoot the 3. They never took a 2-point shot, ever. All it was get the ball, shoot a 3. Full court press, get the ball, shoot a 3. It was crazy. It was intense, exciting basketball to watch. They kind of changed who they were and made teams adjust to them. So why can't we do this in the NBA? Why can't we just say, screw what everybody says all the time? Let's try something different and let's create matchup problems. And by the time people figure out what we're doing, it's too late into the season and we've got a thing going right now.
Somebody asked, is Boozer named after Cameron Indoor? You'd have to ask his dad.
Oh, my God, he probably
Well, because they're all C names. There's Carlos, there's Cameron, and then there's Caleb Boozer. Mac, here's a good one for you.
I'm sure they were looking for a C name, and they go, what about Cameron?
Makes sense, right?
It's awesome if they did.
It's perfect.
It's also awesome to watch Carlos Boozer, who's had every game 2 rows behind the Duke bench with his wife, and they just watch, because when they pulled Cameron Boozer off the floor last night, he's like, man, just missed a double-double. And she looked up at the screen, she's like, darn. That's just
I love
awesome.
that.
Now, I have some friends that are athletes. They've named their kids after areas of where they played. And I have a friend that played for the Cubs. He named his daughter Addison because it was.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also a Met, so her middle name was Shay.
Oh, okay. Well, I know a lot of people, like, I think one of my buddies, the son's name is Nolan from Nolan Ryan.
Yeah.
I think his name's like, something like that. And then I had another friend who was named after like the same type of thing, like athletes or whatever. Like how many people's dog's name were Moose in 2015 or something
exactly.
like that?
We do. How many kids were named Eric or, George? I mean, in the 80s, there's a lot of Georges walking around Kansas City now, or there's a lot of Bretts walking around too because of George Brett, But I like the fact if you're an athlete and you played at a place that's got a cool name and you name your kid that, I find that to be awesome. Like now Aaron Judge isn't naming his kid Yankee, or you're not naming
Come
your
here,
kid.
Yankee.
Yeah.
Why'd you guys name me that?
Hey, Kaufman, get over here. You're not, or O.Co, get your ass over here. Like, we're not doing that. But I'm sure there's been Kansas fans over the years who've named their kids Allen.
My parents just loved the pasta, so that's what went with me.
So here's a rebuttal from the text line. Mac says, Dusty, my rebuttal to you would be Steph Curry. He was not viewed as a Peterson. They overthought it based on athleticism or size.
That is a good one. Yeah, he was not a high name going into that draft. And then he had the tournament, obviously. And still, why Davidson does not have him shooting the last shot against
And
KU
how many people watch it be like, oh, that's Del Curry's kid.
That's exactly, and that's all we knew, though. And that's that's all we knew. But he's undersized. This game isn't going to translate to the NBA. All this kind of nonsense. This guy's still playing in the NBA. And I see kids every day at the J wearing a Steph Curry jersey, and it's different kids all the time.
Still the number one jersey
I
seller
know.
in the, for sure.
He's like that. So why can't we do that with? Yeah, I don't care what you tell me. I'm going to use this guy, and we're going to create something for him.
What is Steph? 6'5"?
6'4". Yep. 6'3",
and shoots better than anyone we've ever seen play in the NBA.
Yep.
So there's anomalies there.
And he's a point guard. He was a great passer. He was an amazing handle, and also he played at Davidson. He wasn't at Duke. There's different things. What he did in the tournament was phenomenal, something like that we'd never seen before. I don't know. I think what you're talking about with Boozer, I like the ideas, and I wish more teams would do that. I don't know if he is that guy. Like, because Dusty, you watch Duke more than anyone maybe at the station. Like, when they are great offensively, yes, he's a part of it, and he is scoring the basketball. But, like, the offense isn't, like, necessarily ran through him. Like, they're a great basketball team. They pass around the rock. When he gets a possession inside the paint, yes, he can back somebody down who's in college and plays in the SEC and score, but you can't really create an offense around him. And I think that's part of what limits his ceiling, whereas A.J. DeBanz and Darren Peterson, you stick them with any 4 other guys, the offense can run through them.
Counterpoint to you, though. Yeah. If we worry about the matchup from our perspective, but what if we put him out there and nobody can guard him because you just don't know what kind of position he's playing? Instead of thinking that way, we think of the why it can't work instead of thinking the why it can work and trying the why it can motion instead of the why, it's just not going to work. We can't do it that way. Well, why not? Let's try it and see what happens. If you've got a great coach, which I know there's not many of these anymore, but if you had a great coach that could create and think and generate some sort of offense for Cameron Boozer, who's going to be able to go out there and stop that? It's something that they've never seen before.
And maybe that's why it wraps up the conversation as to what John Shire is doing is absolutely incredible.
It's unbelievable, yeah.
Not only that, you want to talk about defense? Dude, great defense.
Great defense.
Smother people, and all of a sudden he's got a superstar on his team with a dad in the crowd, and nothing seems to be a matter in Duke. John Shire, man, I'll tell you what. When he got that roster, he just said,
I don't even know how to attack it.
Let him play. Coming up next, Max Crosby. Well, I'll tell you where he's going, and you ain't going to like it. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
This is Fesco and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call Heartland Men's Health today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you, it can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at Heartland Men's Health will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So, make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. That's heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices: Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City.
As the seasons change, it's time to prep your HVAC system with a $49 seasonal tune-up from Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Rooter. A tune-up can help save money on your energy bill and help prevent expensive breakdowns. As your local home service experts, everything we do is backed by our exceptional service guarantee. Over 40 years experience and more than 8,000 5-star reviews adds up to dependable service from neighbors you trust. Visit callhamilton.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu. Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The second I see that Chick-fil-A text in the group chat, I'm throwing my shoes on and running out the door. Hey, I'm Layla.
And I'm Kaylin.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is
how it feels like an easygoing morning.
The chicken adds the most flavor. It's juicy and seasoned.
The biscuit is just very light and airy and fluffy, just like a cloud.
I also love to put jelly on mine so it's sweet and savory.
It's a good start to the day.
Mornings are a little bit brighter with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit and Simply Orange Juice. Available on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Did you hear? Allstate car insurance now costs even less. So when you bundle with home, you can save even more. Check Allstate first to bundle and save with a new lower auto rate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings may vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans? If you have any questions along the way, beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer. File fearlessly.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old.
She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
The tag day is coming to an end. The franchise tagging of a player.
We got about 5 hours, 14 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm. That's a typical Tuesday for you.
Yeah, 3 hours later.
Can you imagine having sex for 5 hours?
I do it every Tuesday.
No, you don't. You would be single.
Well, that's what you think.
5 hours of that?
I got 10 years on you.
That's fair.
Ideal time, 8 minutes.
Is that what it is?
Is that serious what it is?
I am way off.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. I time it.
Time it. Yeah, let us know.
No, I do.
Please don't.
Yeah,
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it's roughly, it's about, 8 to 11 minutes.
That's perfect time.
This says the average time for penetrative sex in America is generally found to be between 5 and 7 minutes, with a typical range of 3 to 13. Let's go.
Yeah, I think if you're
Let's
in that,
go.
yes, that's a
3
great
to 13. Love that.
I would up it 5 to 15. 3 seems a little.
Maybe I'm Cameron Boozer.
Great floor.
Yeah.
Great floor.
Great floor. You get what you get when you come out. Here it is. Wow, that took a turn.
Men's wieners.
Speaking of taking a turn, obviously you mentioned there are two players, Kyle Pitts and who's the other one?
Remind me of who I said.
You said Kyle Pitts and somebody
Kyle
else.
Pitts and George Pickens have signed the franchise tags.
Okay.
Those are the only two,
Okay.
and
Pickens
those happened
did.
last
Yep.
week. Well, Florio said the two tags have been applied in the past 2 weeks. Kyle Pitts and George Pickens' deadline arrives at 3 Central Time today. How many more will there be? It's going to be really interesting to see how quickly this comes down to the wire. You said Daniel Jones was going to be getting the transition tag, Mac?
That's what it looks like per Rappaport. They're going to get the transition tag on.
Okay, so that means they have an opportunity to match any offer that he gets out there. That's actually the smart play for them, and then probably franchise Alec Pierce. Is that what they're going to do in that situation? So he'll probably get the franchise tag. The Brees Hall thing is very interesting to me. Obviously, we have a reason to watch what's going to happen. Yesterday, they were leaning towards the transition tag. I don't know what they're going to end up doing with Brees Hall. If he's adamant that he doesn't want to play there and you're the Jets, then you're idiots if you franchise tag him. You are. You're absolute morons. Unless you're going to give him the contract that he truly wants and to make him happy with money, franchising Brees Hall is about as detrimental to the organization as you can get if it's a guy that literally does not want to be there, because there will be holdouts. He won't care about sitting out the season. You know how it works with guys. We've seen it with Le'Veon Bell, who also played for the Jets and decided to sit out, a year. You've seen it around this league where guys sit out a year. They never bounce back, but it's not out of the realm for Brees Hall to go, I ain't playing. And if I'm the Jets, I would rather just move on and really get my organization to where it needs to be. Not one player in that organization is bigger than the Jets. What is Brees Hall going to be the difference of 4 to 5 wins next year? Maybe for the New York Jets. Like, he just doesn't fit what they're doing, and they would be fools to franchise tag that guy because he's not going to help you win, and he just doesn't want to be there anymore.
So we transition to Max Crosby, and fellas,
I don't even know how to attack it.
He tweeted at 7 o'clock this morning, fear less, do more. Emoji of an eagle and an emoji of a diamond.
Ooh. What does it mean?
He's going to Philadelphia. He's going to try to win a Super Bowl with the Eagles.
Right. Damn it.
That's a good take on that one.
Hello, America.
I was trying to think more about the diamond. I'm like,
Yeah, the Eagle's easy, right?
Yeah.
The
No,
diamond is also kind of easy.
Yeah,
Ring.
Yeah. So maybe you go to the Eagles. Now, what are they going to do with A.J. Brown? Because what did I say earlier? That's a $42 million cap hit if he's traded, $72 million cap hit if he's cut. I mean, you can't survive in business on that. Like, that's money you just can't make go away at this point in time. So I would think A.J. Brown is probably stuck with Philadelphia, right? Just because of the financial implications of that.
Boy, Nick Sirianni and Max Crosby is going to be a hell of a duo. But he kind of fits that, rough edge type of defensive line in Philadelphia. Philadelphia will embrace him.
Philly will absolutely embrace him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they will absolutely
at least
embrace
he's out
him.
of the AFC,
And
no
that's
matter
where I was
what.
going to go. I don't have a problem with him going to Philadelphia. But also, too, that's a team that's got a good defensive line, and they're still getting better on their defensive line. And I know I sound like a broken record, but, man, every time I see stuff like this and these defensive lines getting better, I just look at ours and how far behind we really are along that defensive line. Like, our defensive line just doesn't compare with any of these good ones in the NFL. And if you don't have guys on your defensive line getting after it, the hell with who's playing defensive back, because they're going to get roasted every single time. I mean, you look at that Eagles, the Texans, the Patriots, the Broncos, all of these defensive lines that are just athletic, fast, and lean. And then I look at ours, and I got an image of 95 sleeping in Jacksonville.
What if this year's the free agency side for the Chiefs on offense, and next year is the free agency side on defense, and you go get all your draft picks on defense? Because all these teams you mentioned with great defensive lines, hate to break it to you guys, time's running up. Their contracts of their rookie deals are ending, and they're not going to be cheap much longer. That defensive defense they put together will be getting expensive. That Philadelphia defense they put together from the University of Georgia will be getting expensive. The Seattle defense will get expensive, and you can't keep everybody. So maybe this is a year where you try to hone in on the draft defensively, and free agency you spend offensively.
Yeah, maybe that's the way you do it, and you wait till next year to load up on the defensive line. Titans are now the betting favorite to get Jeremiah Love. So what are they picking, 4?
We just know now, you would say, as of March 3rd, there's no way he gets to 9.
I don't think so.
I would be
McCarthy or us?
Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Tennessee's going to get him.
Yeah, he seems like
what a hell of a weekend that kid had.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, he
they
really
were
did.
talking about him going to the. I mean, I bet all mock drafts now he's not even close to the Chiefs taking a 9.
I've seen him pick to 8 to New Orleans, and I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe you guys believe this, but if he's there and he's not taken at 7, do you try to trade up to 8 to take him from New Orleans? I don't think you give up anything to move up one spot.
I'm not. No. I'm trusting that they don't do it, but they're the Saints. Maybe they make a rough decision. I don't think they would do that.
That's where you have Sean Payton go in the Saints draft room and be like, hey, tell him about that time you almost had Mahomes.
Yeah, so take Love here because you know they're going to take him next.
Would it be a red flag to you if Jeremiah Love fell to 9 with all this hype that he could go top 3?
No.
That's an interesting question because I don't know how to answer that.
You're like, well, everyone said he's going to go top 5. There he is at 9 for the Chiefs. They have to take him. And
probably not.
No, he's a running back, and this was a 1-week hype train that caught on.
Yeah,
I think he had the second best week out of anyone there. Sonny Styles, that linebacker.
Yeah, Styles did it
geez,
with
dude.
the vert.
Yeah, with the vert, with everything. Yeah, everything. He was just top 1%.
Yeah, he's looking like a top 10 pick
literally
now. At linebacker. I saw that yesterday.
43 and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
If he's there at 9, are you going with him though? I mean, like that would feel like a wet fart type of pick for me, right?
He'd be awesome, but yeah, that would make me upset.
I don't think fans would be excited about that. Now, obviously, you're excited about a running back, but if he comes in here and dominates, we'll be excited in September, and you don't win championships in March. I mean, so Dallas
linebacker
does.
at 9. No, I'm
seems
so
high
out
for
on
a
that.
linebacker. It's not Lawrence Taylor.
When did they take Derrick Johnson?
15th.
That's right.
Yeah, give credit to my guy Howie Roseman because those Georgia linemen that you started talking about. I mean, he was drafting those guys. COVID, pre-COVID. I mean, really started that defensive line trend. It felt like over there in Philadelphia. They've constantly, like Binkley talks about, hey, every year draft a wide receiver. That's kind of been their mantra in Philly with defensive linemen.
Yeah, and it's been good for them.
And it's worked. Yeah, it's worked.
Fear less, 2 more. Eagle Diamond.
What the hell was that?
Max Crosby's tweet. Trying to figure out how to attack this. We did have a guy on the text line, or lady, said they were going to go tackle the Big Arch today. They will report back tomorrow with the food review.
Is it available here?
Should we buy Binkley one of those tomorrow for
his birthday? Yeah,
we need DoorDash a Big Arch to Binkley's door.
If you want to call in and sing happy birthday to Binkley, we'll be more than happy to have that.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd love to hear people sing to Jay tomorrow.
It is Binkley birthday eve tonight. Tomorrow, all things Binkley birthday. Every hour of Binkley topic will be had.
I can't believe it's
I may not break Binkley character tomorrow the entire show.
I feel like it was just yesterday. It was his 50th birthday, and now he's like 54, man. That time went by fast.
Oh, my God, there's too much snow.
I remember We had his 50th birthday party. Dutchman, I don't know who brought the pinwheels, but they're damn good.
Yeah, he had good food there, too. Yeah.
No doubt.
One of the first times I left the kids home alone and said, do not turn on the stove. Oh, wait, we won't. Come home, the stove's on. Like, you never use the stove. I literally said don't use it, and you turned it on.
Yeah, I did that as a kid, but I used the stove top to light a J.
Yeah, nice.
Didn't have any lighters or matches. Didn't want to go searching. I was like, I've seen this before. I came back, looked like Charlie Villanueva with no eyebrows. That's a shot that I shouldn't have taken. I apologize. Be nice, Dusty. They cinched, dude. It was crazy. I came back. I was like, I think it's
Jen had a grill blow up in her face, cinched her eyebrows.
All right. We'll be back. It's Binkley's birthday tomorrow, so all things Bink. It's Bink's birthday bash. Go do something nice for somebody. You never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. Charlie Villanueva, I am sorry. That is not your fault that is that way. I apologize. I'm a bad person. I'll go do better today. Do better, says Miss Creech. Coming up next, it's Cody Golden Drew from 10 to 2. We will talk to you tomorrow on Binkley's birthday.
You know what, guys?
This is Fesco and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending